can get $1 million of coverage for $75 per month, level rate for 10 years. Or a man age 50 non-smoker can obtain $500,000 of coverage for a monthly premium of $110, level rate for 20 years. That's right, guaranteed level rate for 20 years. If you're a smoker, we have great rates available for you as well. At Term Busters, we specialize in policies of $500,000 and above. If you're looking for new or replacement term life insurance, call today for a quote. 1-800-908-7636. You're probably paying more than you should. Call 1.
Do you ever talk to yourself about where to eat today? And then you hear,
Warren's Hot Dogs.
Then you're thinking, yeah, 2 hot dogs, chips, and a drink for only $6.25 would be awesome.
Warren's Hot Dogs.
And maybe some homemade lemonade, perhaps a pizza or a sub, and definitely an apple or peach turnover.
Warren's Hot Dogs.
Don't overthink where to eat today. Go to Warren's Hot Dogs in Greenville across from Ron Ayers or in Chocowinity next to the fire station. Warren's Hot Dogs, serving the Pirate Nation since 1991. Go Pirates!
And then it was 2 seagulls!
We're here for the booty.
Party?
Pirate Water is here. Go to drinkpiratewater.com to find Pirate Water in a location near you.
We're going plankton!
Pirate Water is here. 21 and older, please drink responsibly.
The 2023 Delcor Teed Off at Cancer Golf Tournament to support Riley's Army is coming up on Thursday, October 5th at Greenville Country Club. Riley's Army has a mission to support children with cancer and their families during the difficult path of cancer treatment and raise pediatric cancer awareness. Join Delcor and get teed off at cancer by being a sponsor, playing in the tournament on October 5th, or making a donation today at delcorinc.com/charity. That's delcorinc.com/charity, or call 321-8868.
UBE and PirateWear.com are proud to offer the Pirate Nation its largest inventory of ECU merchandise and tailgate supplies ever. UBE has the best prices in town, so that makes UBE your one-stop shop for all things ECU. UBE does daily restocks of Champion, Adidas, and Under Armour. Don't forget to bring your young pirates to plunder the Crow's Nest, which is the only kids store dedicated to ECU. Plenty of free parking in Uptown Greenville. Visit them online at PirateWear.com. Go Pirates!
When you walk through the doors of Villa Verde, you'll experience the sights, sounds, and smells of authentic Dominican flavors. This is Jay from Villa Verde, inviting you to come by and try one of our amazing empanadas. Our famous red snappers, grouper bites, seafood paella, Cuban sandwiches, and much, much more. Relax on the patio with a fresh mojito or a cold beer while enjoying one of our out-of-this-world desserts, like our rum pineapple cake or our famous tres leches. Villa Verde on 10th Street, a platform for good, and a proud supporter of the Pirate Nation.
Hi, I'm Annalie Newhoff.
And I'm Rob Campbell.
And we are with CopyPro. We have been locally owned and operated here in Eastern North Carolina for almost 50 years. CopyPro is the leader in office technology.
Does your business struggle with keeping printing costs low or producing professional documents? Here at CopyPro, total customer satisfaction is our #1 priority.
We have a variety of solutions to help reduce your printing expenses and make your business more productive. Call us today at 1-800-682-6558 or online at copypro.net.
CopyPro. We are the professional office systems people.
Familia is your go-to spot for the best Italian dishes around, including pizzas, pastas, salads, and homemade desserts.
That's Familia.
Enjoy half-off wine night on Wednesdays, $3 drafts on Thursdays, or get a pizza of the week for just $12.
That's Familia.
Place your order online or call 689-6330, and Familia will have your order ready in their drive-thru window for pickup.
That's Familia.
Clip, really?
Oh, sorry.
Familia on Fire Tower Road in Winterville near Pitt Community College.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington.
Can you be quiet, please? Thank you.
Welcome to Pirate Radio Live.
How's everybody doing?
East Carolina girls are the best in the world.
Booty, 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 booty everywhere.
Clip. Hey, man, good to see you, brother.
You got to give me a sack, Chandler. Give me a sack.
Sack!
Yes.
How about those friggin' pirates? It's me, Inez Garcia.
Puedes pintar este violeta.
Y'all are intimidating guys. I'm saying y'all are famous. Y'all are celebrity type guys, and that's intimidating.
Now live from the Pirate Radio studios in the heart of the Pirate Nation, here is your host, Clip Brock.
All right, how we doing on this Thursday? Welcome in to Pirate Radio Live. Clip Brock here inside the Pirate Radio studios, coming to you on Pirate Radio 92.7 FM in Greenville, 104.1 in Washington. You can find us on 1250, 930 online, pr927fm.com. And be a part of the show on Facebook Live and YouTube. We'd love to have you over on the tube. Check out Pirate Radio TV. Subscribe, like, and you will be notified when we drop videos each midweek with press conferences on the weekends with, of course, our Bud Light pregame tailgate and U.S. Sailor fifth quarter call-in show, the Brian Bailey Show. You can see it all and more coming up on Pirate Radio TV. We also would love to have you on Facebook. You can follow us there, and we'll keep you up to date on everything going on in and outside of the Pirate Nation. All right. Coming up on today's show, a lot of guests to get to, a lot of football talk on today's program with Jeff Nadu, the big man on campus. We'll talk about a huge slate of games coming up, college football this weekend. Also, Kevin Monroe will join us. He'll give us his insights on what's going wrong with the 0-3 Pirates. We'll talk to K-Mo coming up in about an hour. Billy Weaver also joins us hour number 2, my cohort on the U.S. Sailor fifth quarter call-in show. We'll talk about that, ECU, and our 2-0 Washington Commanders. And Marcus Crandall, ECU Hall of Famer, will join us in hour number 3. So we have a packed show for you today. Shirley Rhodes is here. Intern Joey is back. Good to see Joey. And the Chan Man is to my left. How we doing?
Hello, Clipper. Happy Thursday.
HT.
MF,
my friend. My guy.
What's up, my guy? What's up, my guy? What's up, my guy? What's up, my guy? What's up, my guy?
Shirley's having some computer issues.
Oh.
And now's not a good time because Steve wants to hear a lot of sound bites. So, Shirley, let me know when you're ready for that. We'll give you a moment.
By the way, Rajay Harris giving me my guy in Boone when he was heading to the coin toss. You can see it on Pirate Radio social media, on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. So I thought that was pretty cool. He is my guy.
Have we talked about the star you have become, Chandler?
No, I don't want to talk about it.
How recognized were you in Boone? Boone.
People were in tune when it comes in regards to knowing who I am.
Yeah. You had a photo request, I hear?
Yes.
Did you take that photo?
I did.
I know you had a photo request.
Who, me?
Yeah. One of the Martin twins. You ran up on them.
Yeah. People requested you, and you requested them.
Smacked him on the arm, was like, hey, I'm Chandler Honeycutt.
Very aggressive.
I'm a former long snapper.
And did we talk
I need
about
a picture
on the air what he said to them, Shirley? I don't think we did. So he had that very aggressive smack to one of the twins. Which one was that? Cody or Caleb?
It was Cody.
Cody.
So I just went up and I was like, boom.
And then what did you say?
You would have thought I would have been like, let's take a picture.
What's up, man?
The way I went up to him and slapped his arm,
so aggressive.
You would have thought I went, hey, man, let's take a picture. Love you guys.
There is video of this. If people are wondering what we're talking about, Ken Watlington has video of Chandler going up to the Martin twins. And so Chandler does the arm smack, very aggressive. And then what do you say?
I'm a former long snapper.
Okay. Hey, you guys the Martin twins?
He asked two very tall humans that look identical, if they were the people he knew that they were.
It would have been awkward.
And one of Chandler's pet peeves is as somebody asking a question they already know the answer to.
I just wanted to get confirmation. I wanted to get some confirmation. When they said, yeah, he was really nice about it. He said, yes, we are. And I said, sweet, can I take a picture?
You went up with so much confidence and then immediately lost it all. You got to come up with a better opener next time.
Hey! You guys the Martin twins?
Maybe you felt bad. Did you realize you hit him with such force, or did you see that after the fact?
I didn't hit him that hard, but I did go up and just kind of slap him on the arm.
It looked aggressive.
It was aggressive. It just wasn't super aggressive. But usually you
I
kind
guess
of
your
wait.
definition of super aggressive and our definition of super aggressive are two different things.
Because usually people are like, wait until they see you, and then you're like, hey.
But you're like,
I
hey.
was just like, he was turning around talking to somebody and said, hey, screw this guy. Hey, are you the Martin twins?
And you had been gassed up all day. Am I too old to use that phrase?
No, never.
All right. You had been gassed up by the Pirate Nation, so you felt like you were a celebrity. So you were kind of in the same realm as the Martin twins.
Yeah. Hey, you mind if you two celebrities take a picture with this celebrity?
You want to take a picture with me?
I went up there and said, guys, hey, just one picture, okay? Just one picture with me. That's it. They're like, who the hell are you?
What if you only got one with one of them? Either the Hornet or the...
I would have chose the Hornet.
Yeah.
But it was great getting a picture with both of them.
It was great.
Yeah, I mean, and it's weird. Those two guys have played basketball together their whole careers.
I remember seeing them at Clark LeClaire Stadium. Jeff Lebo was walking them around. They tried to get them to come here, and it didn't quite work. Instead, they went to the NCAA tournament with Nevada. They went from one wolf pack to another wolf pack. That's right. All right, JoJo, can you pop up our...
No, I do not like that name. JoJo?
Why not?
No, we can't do that.
Why?
What's
Why are you being so weird?
That's personal.
Okay, I will respect... A great ton of respect.
Ton of respect
to you.
Ton of it.
Because
ton of respect.
If somebody called me a name I didn't want it to be called by, but is there a reason why?
I'll tell you off the air.
Wow, there's a story.
Okay, and I can't wait to hear this story.
About a lovely lady.
All right.
No, absolutely not.
Joseph, can you pop up the Fleet Feet rundown?
I got you.
He's okay with Joseph.
All right, Joseph.
I like that.
The mascot for the Appalachian State Mountaineers is Yosef.
That is true. How do you feel about Yosef? How do you feel about Yoey? That's a cool
Yoey.
I've heard that one before.
Yoey.
Yoey.
I like
What's up,
Yoey. Let's go with Yoey. All right. Fleet Feet.
What do we got on it today? Oh, DK and Harrell.
Look, I'm not a Martin twin, man. You don't just come busting in.
Hey! What do we have on the Fleet Feet right now?
Doesn't he remind you of someone?
Chandler?
Mm-hmm.
Who is it?
In terms of barging in.
In regards to?
In regards to.
Barging
barging in and kind of going, hey, that person's not important. I'm important. Get a picture with me.
I think I know who you're talking about.
Mm-hmm. I was just wondering.
All right. Fair enough.
Just sounds like somebody we know.
We'll move on.
Okay.
Want to get to the Fleet Feet rundown, but first, Shirley, are you okay over there, computer-wise?
I'm gonna try it.
All right.
I'm hoping this will work.
All right. So Steve Hill wants to hear some sound effects.
Okay. Well, let's give it a shot.
Clipper, Burgley,
Burgley.
I'm a former long snapper.
I'm a former long snapper.
Go Gator.
Go Gator.
It was in the men's section. I want me some glory hole.
Which one?
I want me some glory hole.
I want me some glory hole.
Kaz has added Hoyo de Gloria.
Ahí estaba, en el centro. Hoyo de Gloria.
Thank you, Kaz. All right. Ric Flair. Woo!
Ric Flair.
Got a little taco meat on my chest.
Oh, where are you?
I got a little taco meat on my chest.
Swinging dingers.
Swinging dingers?
2 little butt cheeks.
It's 2 little butt cheeks.
My guy.
Family.
All right. Well done. Tyler says, maybe I won't need my poncho on Saturday. Maybe the weather moves out. A lot of maybes there, Tyler, but hey.
I like the positive thinking, but it's not looking like it.
At last check, I saw rain Friday, rain Saturday, and then maybe clearing up Saturday night, which we do play Saturday night.
By the way, if you were planning on going to Freeboot tomorrow night, there is no Freeboot.
No Freeboot Friday tomorrow night. Thank you for bringing that up, Chandler.
Yep.
So, the weather is going to, unfortunately, take that out. Jamie has a question for us. When was the last sporting event you cried watching, if ever? And also, same question for any ECU sporting events.
That you
think
physically cried?
I think I I had a tantrum. So when I was young, Washington had won 2 Super Bowls, and I just assumed they'd play in the Super Bowl every year. They lost a playoff game to the 49ers in the early 90s. I don't know if I cried, but I remember melting down. I was really upset after that one.
I cried in back-to-back games back in 2009, the Southern Miss game, and then the Conference USA Championship game in 2009. I did throw a tantrum. I don't know if I cried for this game, but the UCF Hail Mary on Thursday night, Shane Carden and Justin Hardy's senior night.
Yeah,
I do remember being in my room and literally on the floor kicking and screaming like a little kid. And then I'm going to be honest. I got to be honest.
I'm going to be honest.
Why are you looking at me?
I got to be honest with you.
I'm going to be honest with you.
Like a little kid. I did shed a tear, and I didn't bawl cry, but I did have some tears, kind of going down the face when we beat Memphis to go and clinch our first bowl appearance in like 5-6 years, just a couple years ago.
Oh, yeah?
I did. I was sitting right in there. I was very happy to see that 6th win and to see the Pirates going to a bowl game, which they never played that year.
Oh, man, I just thought of one. I was in the press box. I had like some happy, proud, like I was wailing up a little bit when ECU had lost their first game of the regional, and then Jake Agnos had the hero's effort
against
he's against NC State, and he's walking off the field and he tips the hat, and it's the last time he'll ever pitch at Clark LeClaire. And I was like, man, that's my man. That's my man. That's my pitch. By the way, we'll talk to his brother, Zach Agnos, coming up Monday on Pirate Radio Live. So that was a very proud, Pirate moment there.
I cried during the trophy ceremony when the Panthers were NFC champions and beat the brakes off the Arizona Cardinals.
Feeling. I cried during the 2010 World Cup final. Don't know why, I just did.
It just came over you.
I was young, and then Spain hit a game winner, and just seeing them celebrate, I was like, oh my God.
The 2015 World Cup final.
Uh-huh.
I didn't cry, but I got a little teary-eyed, because not only it was the first time that they had won since 2009.
We're a bunch of crybabies in here.
That's the only
because they lost in heartbreaking fashion in 2011, and it was Abby's last World Cup, so to watch her walk off the pitch, for the last time in a World Cup, that was kind of teary-eyed for me. So,
I did tear up against when UNC versus Nova when Paige hit that shot. I was like, oh my God, I think we might actually do this. And then, yeah.
Joey, you shouldn't say we with North Carolina on this show. That can only go wrong for you.
My apologies.
That was a future life that you have moved on from.
You're right. Yeah. I've retired that life.
All right, did I say future?
Yeah,
that is a past life you have moved on from.
I want to say, and you guys refresh my memory here, but correct me if I'm wrong, that when ECU baseball, when they unveiled the bench out in right field with Nico's name on it, they did I'm trying to remember if they did a feature piece on that right before an ECU baseball game, and I can't remember which game it was.
I don't think I would remember that. I was not at that game.
Yeah,
so I don't recall.
I remember watching it on TV, and I remember they made mention of it, and the whole situation and what happened, and then the fact that the bench was put out there. I got teary-eyed on that.
Brad's got one, Shirley, and I don't remember this, but this is kind of up our alley. He said, when the Four Horsemen broke Dusty Rhodes' arm in the parking lot, that was tough. Eyeball sweat. Just see Brad. Why are they doing that to Dusty, man?
When Hulk Hogan turned rogue.
Oh, man.
That broke my heart, because I was a Hulkamaniac, and to watch him go from good to bad, and or to turn heel, was heartbreaking for me, because I always thought he was the good guy.
Chad cried during the Bray Wyatt tribute. I feel like I have not even. I don't even feel like that's real. I know it is, but I don't think I've accepted that Bray Wyatt has died.
He was he was my favorite guy.
I was upset when Rey Mysterio's son thought Eddie Guerrero was his dad. Like, no, it's nice. That's not your dad.
You just wish you could shake him and say, that's not your dad. Jamie cried during the Colts Super Bowl. He said, I'd cry like a baby if ECU baseball or IU basketball wins a national championship. If ECU basketball went to the tournament.
If we get to Omaha.
If ECU basketball was on Selection Sunday, I would die from dehydration from crying so much.
I definitely had major eyeball sweat during the Jeff Charles tribute during the basketball game this past year.
Oh yeah, and then the comeback and winning that game.
Yep,
that was a eyes
tearjerker.
Yeah, eyes filling up with water moment. Let's see. Steve cried at FedEx the Sunday after Sean Taylor was killed. I know if I was in that stands against the Bills, I would have been crying that day.
The Bills?
Playing fantasy football there.
Did you say the Bills?
Yep.
Who do y'all play this Sunday?
Bills. Buffalo Bills.
Wow.
Yep. All right, good question, Jamie. Got the emotions flowing here. All right. Interesting press conference yesterday.
Well,
Donnie Kirkpatrick. So we'll go ahead and get to it. We get asked a million times during the week on Saturdays, why does ECU run the ball up the middle every time? So I did a little bit of research. From what I gathered from the game Saturday, ECU had 23 first and 10 plays, ran the ball 9 times out of those, and all those runs went for 3 yards or less. Not good. Second and long, you don't want to be there. Also, 3 of those plays were penalties, and I don't know if on those penalties those would have been run plays as well. But just 9 out of the 23 first and 10 snaps, we ran the ball 9 times. A lot of those up the middle. So I asked Donnie about that and what you can do to set yourself up better on second down. And you'll hear the question and the answer. This is from yesterday, cut 6. Shirley.
We get calls and comments about why does ECU run up the middle on first down every play. And I looked it up. I think it was like 9 out of 23 first and 10 you ran, but none of them went for over 3 yards. So
that's the key.
Yeah, is it about how do you put yourself in a better situation on second down?
You know, that's amazing what y'all do to take calls like that. We don't really just run it up the middle. Sometimes it cuts up the middle, you know what I'm saying, like that. Sometimes it's an RPO where it depends on what the defense does, you know. And so if it was 9 out of 23 runs, I'm not the best math student, but I know that's less than 50%. We like to stay balanced. We really do. And I think we're probably really, really close to being balanced like that. There was a time last week when I said, you know, because we're charting it, we're checking it. And I said, we probably need to just start throwing it a little bit more on first down because we're not because we want to, but because we're not making enough yards. And that's the big thing. This week, the biggest change that I've made in the practice plan is we've probably practiced third down less. I'm really big on practicing third down. We probably practice third down more than anybody in the country because I just think you got to be ready for all the blitz and stuff. The game's got so crazy on defense right now. They do so much stuff that you got to be prepared for it. But I said, we're not making enough yards on first down. We need to start practicing first down more. And so we've done that this week, trying to get just better at staying out of the third line. It's like, let's skip third down a little bit more and make first downs on 1 or 2 downs like that. So I don't know.
All right, so they are focused more on being somewhat productive on first down, and he did say he recognized that they want to throw it a little more on first down because they are not moving the ball on first down. And I mean, right when I pointed out the stat about none of those runs going over 3 yards, he kind of said, that's the problem. Like
that's the key.
When we are running the ball, we've got to be effective running the ball. So there was that part of it. And people not happy. Of course, again, I said this earlier, you're not going to be happy with anything these coaches say right now because you just want to You want to see them go out and win a football game. So these press conferences are going to be lose-lose situations for all these coaches until they win some games. He went on a bit of a rant. He was asked about the overall offensive struggles, and then Donnie just kind of went to work talking. And I'll just play the whole thing. I think it's like 4 minutes. So, Shirley, let's hit cut 7, where he starts to talk about the offensive struggles and goes on from there.
Yeah, offense is two things. Offense is about creating space. Okay, defense is about trying to constrict space. They want to get it, all down in a small place. And offensively, you want to create space. That's how you get big plays, and that's how you move the ball. And then it's all about rhythm. Okay, it's all about rhythm. So, like the first drive, you come out, you start making some yards, and it's just like everybody starts playing faster, and you get rhythm. And then, you've run the ball up the middle, and then they overplay the play in the middle, and the quarterback pulls the ball, and he throws the ball out in the flat, or he runs with the ball, or it's play action, and that's how you get things going. And that's the thing, just getting some rhythm and creating some space. So space, we got to block them a little bit better. Okay, it is part of that. The offensive line's got to move them a little bit more. Space is also by the wide receivers getting down the field and separating from the guy and getting open more. It's the ultimate team game. There was a play yesterday in practice that proved it, where a receiver is supposed to run a wheel route, and obviously he was supposed to go and run outside the guy trying to cover him, and you hope the guy jumps on the route and he comes up. If not, you widen him. Another route's coming. Well, he decided to go inside because the guy outplayed him outside, thinking, well, I'll go inside, I'll get open, but you're still not open on that. Now what you did was you constricted the other guy's space, and he's not as open. Mason was the quarterback, so Mason saw it and threw the ball behind the receiver because he said, well, if I throw it out in front of him, the other guy's going to blow him up. So I threw it behind him, I hope he could catch it. Well, he flipped his hips, he went out and made. I said, so everybody made everybody's job harder. By you not running the route correctly and creating that space, you made the quarterback throw the ball more behind the guy. Now he's got to make a tougher catch. So it's all like that. And then, of course, if you're protected and you can nice throwing lane, it's much easier to throw it than it is if you got some guy. So everybody depends on everybody, and that's the thing. A lot of times you can just really, really stink in this thing, and then all of a sudden you can get really good. I know y'all get a lot of bad calls, okay, so I stay away from all that. I would have no idea because nobody ever says anything to my face. I didn't know I was that vicious. I guess they're afraid. But I get a lot of things. I've got several emails from some really good alums, and they're like, you're closer than you think, and all these little diagrams and stuff, and I really appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? I actually respond to those things. And I'm thinking, yeah, you're right. And this person may know football, and they may not know it, if it's stuffed or pumped with air. I don't know what they know. But they're saying a lot of times you're really closer to knocking that wall down than you think. Don't quit chopping, you know what I'm saying? And that's what we're doing, you know what I'm saying? Life's really pretty good. I mean, it is a game. Okay, I know it's a real serious game. It's put my kids, through school. It's, done everything for me. But we're above ground. You know what I'm saying? I got a lot of guys. I've had a lot of bad things happen. Like Jimmy Lindsay's a coach at LSU that played for me. I gave him his first job. He's dying of cancer right now. And he was at the prime of his life and had just gotten an SEC job, and life couldn't have been better last time I saw him. There's some other guys. Billy Dunn's one of our best alums and supporters. God, he's had an awful year with all these surgeries and all this stuff. Just breaks your heart. Yet he's texting positive things. And I'm thinking, I don't know if I'm that good a person. I don't know if I'm that strong. If I was hurting like that, I don't know if I'd give a rat's ass how the Pirates are doing. You know what I'm saying? I'd just be wanting to get well again. So there's so many things like that. Coach constantly talks to these kids about, an attitude of gratitude. We got it so friggin' good. We got it great in this country. I don't even know how people bitch about it. They ought to go to one of these other countries, if they, you know what I'm saying? Because there's some rough stuff over there. You know what I'm saying? So life's good. You know what I'm saying? We live in the best state and the best country and the damn best planet in the world. So overall, things are pretty good. Now, we'd like to win some more football games. Don't get me wrong. I would be a lot better off. So life's great. Football sucks right now, but football can change. Football can change. All right, that's my rant. I appreciate you guys.
All right, Donnie Kirkpatrick with I guess look at perspective there, but you can tell he's feeling pressure. Obviously, everybody's all over him. Nobody likes Donnie K right now. The coach, I think a lot of folks, myself included, like Donnie Kirkpatrick, the man. He is a great dude, one of the best. But right now, we want to see this offense moving the football, and people are upset, take shots at him, and he says he don't pay attention to it, but he's got to know that he's feeling some heat because look at the stats. The numbers don't lie. The tape doesn't lie. ECU's offense, one of the worst offenses in the country right now, according to the numbers. So his job, Mike Houston's job, the team's job, the players' job is to fix that and put some points on the board coming up on Saturday because Shirley.
So life's great. Football sucks right now.
Life's great. Football sucks. That's why I told y'all to really enjoy August. The best time of the year. Y'all don't listen.
Because life's great and football's great.
Nah, Cliff.
So life's great. Football sucks right now.
I'm ready for September. That Bryce Young. Y'all ready for Bryce Young this Sunday?
All right, you don't have to do this.
I'm using examples.
But it wasn't us that said it. It wasn't us like refuting you that, can't wait for football season. I didn't say that.
But yes, no Bryce Young.
Commanders are undefeated. Are they going to be undefeated Sunday at 4:30?
There's always a chance.
I appreciate you saying that.
There's always a chance.
Joseph, Yoey.
You're saying that there's a chance.
But they might not be.
Who are they playing?
The Bills.
Ooh. Yeah. You got your work cut out for you, bud.
Yeah. But I'm going to enjoy it right now. And hopefully we can enjoy a Pirate win on Saturday. Let's take a break. We'll come back. More to go. We'll continue our Fleet Feet rundown. What a great song. One of the best. Because you all need to release your inhibitions and feel the rain on your skin. We might be feeling the rain on our skin Saturday. If you go out to Dowdy Ficklin Stadium.
This man is the greatest of all time.
That's a great segue right there.
Thank you. More to go, and Jeff Nadu joins us later this hour as well. Back with you after this.
Staring at the blank page before you, open up the dirty window, let the sun illuminate the words that you cannot find. Reaching for something in the distance, so close you can almost taste it. Release your inhibitions, feel the rain on your skin.
Here at Brown & Wood with Jeff Stein. Jeff, I've noticed a lot of great GMC pickup trucks on the lot.
Yes, sir. We have 2500s and 1500s in stock and the all-new 3.0 Duramax diesel. We earn 30 extra trucks on allocation, so go online, brownandwood.com, or stop in, build your truck, we'll get it coming for you. Brown & Wood, voted #1 by the customer in Greenville. 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 rooftops, and 1 goal to make sure you leave a happy customer.
Country Mart has been locally owned and operated for over 40 years and is your premier country store serving the best cheese biscuits and country food around. Country Mart is open every day and has 2 locations in Bethel on Highway 11 and in Stokes on Highway 903. Both Country Mart locations are top-of-the-line fuel stations serving Shell gas, including 93 ethanol-free high-octane gas, which is the best for all you boat owners. Country Mart, fueling you up with great food in your engines with great gasoline. Go Pirates.
Attention athletes and fans. Tiebreakers is looking for all-stars. Do you know an athlete who made a game-winning play, scored an amazing touchdown, or hit a huge home run? We're scouting Eastern North Carolina for this month's most outstanding athlete. Go to tiebreakersathlete.com to nominate your favorite player for the prestigious Athlete of the Month award. Tiebreakers, shining a light on the athletes that make Eastern North Carolina proud. Submit your nomination now at tiebreakersathlete.com.
Bud Light was brewed to be delicious and easy to drink beer, even when little things in life are hard, like when you're working late and happy hour has already started, but you're about to clock out and head over. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Pick up Bud Light at your local retailer today. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch, Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Any adventure, any task, anytime. There's a Yamaha utility ATV for any ride and any rider. See the full lineup at Ron Ayers Motorsports. Adventure seekers can start with the trail-tested capability and comfort of the Yamaha Grizzly line. And for the ultimate in mid-size ATV performance, check out the Yamaha Kodiak 450. And for those who mix work and pleasure, the Yamaha Kodiak 700 line devours chores and leaves room for adventure. Find your ATV at Ron Ayers Motorsports, Highway 11 north of the airport in Greenville, or go to YamahaMotorsports.com. ATVs are recommended only by riders 16 years and older. ATVs can be hazardous to operate. Yamaha recommends an approved training course. For safety and training information, see your dealer at Ron Ayers Motorsports or call 1-800-887-2887.
Save a load on a new John Deere compact utility tractor and loader from Quality Equipment. It's never been easier to get the best brand on the market at an unbeatable cash price or with great financing at our lowest ever monthly payment. Now is the time to get that tractor package you've been dreaming of to get your next job done right. Stop by one of our 36 locations in North Carolina, South Carolina, and Virginia, or visit us online at QualityEquip.com.
This is Dr. Dixon from Orthopedics East and Sports Medicine Center. Our practice has been caring for the athletes at ECU and the residents of Eastern North Carolina for more than 35 years. Whether it's treatment for your sports injury or it's time for that joint replacement, Orthopedics East provides the latest in operative and non-operative orthopedic care. We also offer on-site physical therapy and MRI services, as well as walk-in urgent care on the weekends from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. For experienced and professional care, call us at 757-BONE or visit us online at orthoeast.com. Go Pirates!
Pirate me, yo ho, yo ho, it's Pirate Radio. Pirate Radio.
You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by Pirate Water. Get ready to party, pirates. Go to drinkpiratewater.com to find your new treasure. 21 and older only. Pirate Water. Why be yourself when you can be a pirate? Now, back to the show.
Welcome. Oh, okay. There we go. Couldn't hear myself. Okay, welcome back. Grab your amigos and head to Chico's for the best Mexican food and fun in Greenville. Come and enjoy favorites like shrimp tacos, steak and chicken fajitas, burritos, enchiladas, ACP, and more. Follow Chico's on Facebook and Instagram for daily updates. For Mexican food and fun, it's got to be Chico's for dine-in or to go. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's Clip.
All right, we'll do a quick seg here. Nadu coming up in about 10 minutes or so. Let me confirm with him. Let's get back to our Fleet Feet rundown, brought to you by Fleet Feet. Have the right shoes this football and tailgate season. Fleet Feet, owned and operated, ECU alum Chris Lunyon. And one-on-one service, 3D foot scanner, the place to go if you need the right shoe on your feet for runners, walkers, and everyone in between. Thank you to Fleet Feet and their sponsorship of the Fleet Feet Rundown. We'll get to more Donnie Kirkpatrick and Blake Harrell later on. Thursday night football real quick. Can the Giants put up a fight against the Niners tonight?
No.
No?
No.
Think he gets ugly?
Yeah.
Quick. Okay.
I don't know what the Niners spread is, but I think it would be. I think the Niners win by at least 2 touchdowns.
I think it's 12.5.
We played Guess the Line yesterday. We missed you, Yoey. I believe it's like 10. It's 11. So Niners by 11 tonight, total at 43.5. What are the Giants? They were a playoff team last year. I called them fake the entire year, remember?
Yeah.
And they just kept winning and making me look like a fool. But what are they this year?
Not good.
You don't think so? What's their record? How many wins?
They'll win 4.
4? Think they're that bad? They've already won 1. What's Saquon's deal?
He's actually, I believe, set to play. Because I did remember seeing something about, miracles happen. Because it did not look good when he got tackled the other day. and it said that he should be ready to go. It's not a definite start, not a definite decision, but it looks like that the injury was not as bad as it looks. So Saquon could be in tonight.
No, he's out.
All right, good insight there, Chandler.
Well,
hey, by the way, any word from your source this week? Any news? Anything we should watch out for?
Me and the source have been keeping it low key. And
okay,
just chilling right now. We're just hoping. The source hopes that we win this week, so that's good.
The source hopes.
I mean, we can all hope, right?
Flynn starting?
I didn't ask him that. I don't get day-to-day updates.
Well, all right.
What about week to week?
How about I ask him tomorrow?
All right. Or ask him today and tell us tomorrow.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Ask him right now and have us an answer by the end of the show.
No.
If college is your thing, Georgia State at Coastal tonight. Georgia State's 3-0. Coastal, a 5.5-point favorite, total sitting at 63. So some games to watch tonight on the Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard presented by Dub Up. Newton says, when is Keaton Mitchell going to play? So they put him on that
IR, so he should be back week 5.
Week 5 would, I believe, be the first week he can play. J.K. Dobbins out for how long?
The season, I believe.
Yeah. Lengthy injury. I know Kareem Hunt was picked up by the Browns.
Yep.
Did the Ravens pick up anybody, or are they just rolling? They've got.
No, I think they're rolling with Justice Hill, Gus Edwards, and Keaton when he gets off. I mean, it's really unfortunate he's on the IR because this could be a chance for him to shine. But
yeah, and you hope that chance is still there. Another big deal in the NFL, Cam Akers goes to the Vikings.
Yep, so if you have Alexander Madison, you're a little worried. But I think Alexander's going to keep the load. I mean, if he couldn't win the starting job in L.A., I imagine it's going to be a little harder in Minnesota.
Well, I'm pretty sure I read the Vikings have the least amount of rushing yards in the NFL. And Kirk Cousins is pretty much trying to do everything right now. Let me look at those numbers real quick.
I can see Cam Akers definitely getting some receptions in. He's a fluid back.
Minnesota. 32nd in the NFL. How many teams are in the NFL, Chandler?
32.
They are averaging 34.5 rushing yards per game. Man. Say what you want about Kirk Cousins, but he is trying to do it all right now in this offense because they cannot run the football. All right. Also on our fleet, Chat Gang was our last thing on the rundown. Let's see what the chat's saying. Kenny Curlings says, talking about DK, it's not about him personally. This has been a problem for a couple of years. Winning makes us feel better, but play calling has been an issue. Kenny also says, Pirate Nation, help me wish my dad, Jimmy Curlings, a happy birthday. He turned 80 today.
Happy birthday, Jimmy.
80 years on this planet, which, as Donnie said, is the best planet in the world, Earth. Let's do a very quick edition of happy birthday to Jimmy Curlings. Ready? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Jimmy. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Mr.
Happy
Jimmy.
birthday, Mr. Curlings.
Nelson says, Earth, best planet in the world. Donnie Kirkpatrick. Is he lying?
Nope.
So life's great. Football sucks right now.
If you...
Do we not agree?
Don't like Earth, you can get out. Nobody's forcing you to stay on Earth. You want to live on Neptune? You want to live on Saturn?
Oh, Neptune.
You want to go to friggin' Neptune?
You want to go to friggin' Neptune?
You're welcome to it, buddy.
Neptune.
See ya. Bye. Do we have an Earth flag? People put up American flags.
Earth.
That's a good one. You've been rolling today with these little conspiracy things.
The best conspiracy theory? I'm proud of Chandler. He thinks that something's phony with this Bryce Young stuff.
Yeah.
He thinks this is a smokescreen that they just want to get him more time, but they don't want to come out and say they're benching him. So they're putting an injury on it.
I kind of like that.
I know. I think you're on to something.
Because we never heard about anything about his ankle prior.
They're just like, hey, man, look.
That's a good one.
We're going to set you to the side. Let's let Andy Dalton come in here, and let's let you kind of observe.
Yeah.
And because the first two starts
clearly it's not working out for you, bud.
Yeah. And it's not just him. I saw a lot of pictures today of still pictures of the receivers just not being open. Bryce Young having nobody to throw to because everybody is just covered up. So
Jerry says, since Chandler knows it all, put him in charge of the Pirate Radio Weather Center. We do need a weatherman. Could you start handling that?
That'd be tough.
Just go outside, kind of just say what you feel.
You want me to go outside right now and call the studio?
Nah, we don't have time, unfortunately.
Unfortunately.
Jamie says Earth would be the best planet in the universe, not the world. Okay, nerd.
Nerd. Loser.
Jamie, I'm going to need you. Remember in school you had to like do those little, what do you call them, Shirley? Like they're in a shoebox and you put together.
Dioramas?
Yeah, diorama. I need, Jamie, could you show me the solar system in diorama form so we can all get that? Can you bring that to the class? Jerry says, I thought Pluto was the best. Jerry said, I thought Pluto was the best planet until it was demoted. Yeah, that was sad. Running bit on the TV show Psych as well, which is a great show. Tyler said, Chandler, do I need a coat for Saturday?
Yes. And I'm not going to say you need one, but I'll say that you need to have one just in case. Don't show up to the game on Saturday without a raincoat. Raincoat.
Hey.
Don't show up to the raincoat.
Hey. You showing up without a raincoat?
If you show up to the game without a raincoat and it rains and you don't have one, guess who that's on? You.
That's right. Not on Chandler. Kenny says, bring in Holt Nailers to the Panthers. We'll get a Holt Nailers update on Friday because Morgan Nailers will join us here. By the way,
worked out with the Packers.
We've got some high school shifts going on, Shirley. No high school huddle on Friday.
No.
Morgan Nailers will join us on Pirate Radio Live. D.H. Conley football will be on our airwaves.
7 o'clock tonight. They play, I believe it's, I threw away my sheet, Northside Jacksonville. Yep. On the road, as a matter of fact, almost all of the area's high school football games that were scheduled for tomorrow night have been moved up to tonight. So I know Rose is playing tonight as well. South Central, Farmville Central's at Aiden Grifton, I believe, this week. So we've got a lot of updates to give you tomorrow. But since and the problem is too with Morgan's show is that we have to track down all of these coaches, and sometimes the day after games they're actually a little harder to track down than normal. So we just erred on the side of caution and decided to postpone the high school huddle and just have Morgan on at 5 o'clock tomorrow afternoon.
All right, let's take a break. Nadu's calling in 3 minutes. We have a 4-minute break. Pike, as we go to break, says ECU has a meteorology class. I tried helping someone study for that class. It was definitely no breeze.
Cool, neat story.
We'll be back with you after this.
The Buccaneer Music Hall is your beacon of music in the land of pirates in eastern North Carolina. Open 7 days a week with live music. Every Monday, open mic night. Tuesday, karaoke with DJ Captain Morgan. Wednesday, acoustic night. Thursday night, line dancing and music from DJ Dog. On Friday and Saturday night, enjoy the best local bands in the area. And don't forget, Sunday Fun Day during football season with NFL jersey giveaways and more. Check out Facebook and Instagram for all up-to-date info. Y'all come get bucked up. Go Pirates!
Christie's Europub is the perfect place to relax, grab a bite, and enjoy a drink this ECU football season. Located in the heart of Greenville and just a few blocks from ECU's campus, Christie's offers lunch, dinner, and late night with live music every Sunday. And if you like brunch, listen to this. Christie's has brunch every day, Tuesday through Sunday. For the latest information, check them out on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, or visit them online at Christie'sEuropub.com. Scratch cooking takes time, so relax and enjoy a pint at Christie's Europub today. Go Pirates!
What's up, Pirate Nation? Kyle Gaines here at Washington Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Washington, North Carolina, letting you know about our huge selection of pre-owned vehicles, certified vehicles for every budget, starting at $799 and up. And don't forget, we have all your off-road accessories here with our Washington off-road packages. So bring your Jeep, Ram, or other maker model, and we will take care of your accessories for you. Also, check us out online at WashingtonCDJR.com. Remember, drive a little, save a lot. Go Pirates.
You know, texting while driving is dangerous. That's not new information. Yet most people admit to doing it anyway. Drivers are 23 times more likely to be involved in a car accident while texting. Know the facts and wait to text. The danger is real and it applies to you. Auto Owners Insurance, the no problem people. Information provided by Virginia Tech Transportation Institute.
This is Brian Smith with Town Insurance in Greenville. Call me today at 756-8300. Go Pirates!
The time to save is now during Bostic Sugg Furniture's incredible Labor Day savings event. Low prices on in-stock furniture and mattresses ready for immediate delivery. Look for hot buy savings store-wide on La-Z-Boy recliners, sofas, and sectionals. Experience your best sleep and save on a comfortable new mattress. Plus, get up to 60 months special financing. It's the biggest sale of the season with the lowest prices of the season. The Labor Day savings event on now at Bostic Sugg Furniture.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Amanda Houston, and when it came time to make the game-winning play for relaxation at our house, I made the right call to Jamie Lang and Carolina Hardscapes. Jamie and his team built the backyard oasis of our dreams with a beautiful custom paver patio, outdoor lighting, and fireplace. Make your backyard incredible and call Carolina Hardscapes today at 364-1201 or visit their showroom on Fire Tower Road across from Bostic Sugg. Go Pirates!
Are you having a hard time participating in the activities you love due to pain? Well, then you need a good stretch or perhaps a massage. At Bodies in Balance, they offer massage therapy, assisted stretching, and Graston techniques to help provide solutions. With years of experience, the team at Bodies in Balance can create a stretch or massage program that is right for you. Mention Pirate Radio to get your first free stretch and your first massage for only $1 per minute. Call 916-4530 to get on the schedule, or you can visit them online at bodiesinbalance.com.
The brunch is back. The famous brunch buffet at Fifth Street Hardware has a variety of breakfast and lunch items from 10:30 to 2, including an omelet station and prime rib, and a special Sunday cocktail menu, including mimosa flights. Don't forget, Fifth Street Hardware has lunch specials every day, along with over 40 beers on tap. Trivia Wednesday, live music every Thursday night, and a late night menu through the weekend. Visit FifthStreetHardware.com or give them a follow on Facebook and Instagram for a weekly lineup and more. Go Pirates!
Pirate Radio.
Being a part of the program, being a student athlete at ECU, they are going to be very much in the spotlight.
The voice of the Pirate Nation. You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Beauty Bar Metaspa. Do you want to get rid of wrinkles, tighten and lift your skin, smooth your skin texture, erase veins and brown spots, and get rid of unwanted hair? Are you interested in Botox or filler? Visit beautybarmetaspa.com to set up a free consultation. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. University PC Care has been Pirate Nation's go-to IT expert since 2006, and they are the local tech support experts for any of your business needs. Let University PC Care take care of it so you can take care of business. Visit universitypccare.com to learn more today. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's Clip.
All right. Mama say, mama sa, mama kusa. Almost got it. Welcome back to the show. Clip Rock, Shirley Rhodes, intern Yoey, and Chandler Honeycutt here on a Thursday. We welcome on the big man on campus, Jeff Nadu. Get you ready for an awesome football weekend. Packed schedule in college football, big NFL games, week 3. We'll talk about it all. Big man, how you doing today, man?
I'm good. How are you, Cliff?
Doing good. Jeff, should we be able to find an ECU Gardner Webb line today? When do these FCS lines come out?
I would expect you'll see them probably tomorrow.
Okay.
You may see some pop up. I mean, yeah, they've been earlier and earlier with odds this year and over the last couple of years. But yeah, I would probably expect tomorrow. I mean, if I had to guess, I would say, I mean, I wouldn't say I'm the greatest, but I'm pretty good at this. I would probably say ECU, I think they'd probably be a double-digit or high single-digit favorite.
I said 7.5, and I'm a little closer to it and have been watching it, Jeff, so maybe I'm a little negative on it. But so we'll say 7.5, between 7.5 and between 12.5, 13, something like that.
Yeah, and I would say this: if I think if you're getting double digits, I think you have to take the dog, and I'll explain why if you want. But yeah, that's probably where I would put it. Yeah.
Let's dive into more on that on Saturday. I want to talk about some of these big games. So, Jeff, I'm going to run over the big games. You may or may not have a play on them. You tend to go off the beaten path, of course, but I do want your take on the headliners. So, real quick, Florida State, Clemson. Florida State, I guess that line's dropped by a half point. Florida State by 2. It's in Death Valley at noon. Can Clemson save their season, or does Florida State stay undefeated? What do you think?
Well, the early betting action on this game Sunday, Monday came in on Clemson. That's where the sharp money was at early. I think it's kind of settled. I think you're dead on the money. This is a game where it is a must-win if you're the Clemson Tigers. I mean, they're one of those teams where you lose 1 or 2 games, your season's done. I think they recognize that. I think Clemson, this will be a great game. I think Clemson will be in it. They played much better offensively. I think they're surely the better defensive team, but you have a hard time saying Clay Klubnik is better than Jordan Travis. He just isn't. That said, though, you got to go to Clemson. They're a hungry team. I think if you can get a 3, I would lean on the Tigers here. It was clear Florida State was looking ahead a little bit, but I think Boston College exposed some weaknesses that this group has. If I'm Clemson, you have to stay on the ground. You have to depend on Will Shipley. But he doesn't look great. He had a good game last year against Florida State, so if I'm them, I feed him. Don't let Kate Klubnik make mistakes and play defense. I think they'll be in the game.
All right, 3:30 on CBS, Ole Miss at Alabama. Just watching eye test stuff here with Bama, that line seemed high to me. It's gone down a little bit. I'm seeing Bama minus 6.5. But the old phrase, you don't win a lot of money betting against Alabama. What do you think about this one coming up on Saturday as Bama goes back to Monroe, taking on Ole Miss?
Yeah, I think, you make a good point that you don't bet against them, but I think those are just really good Alabama teams. I think we can kind of admit, this is not a good Alabama team. They're okay, I guess, but they're not a group that we generally think is Alabama. They're a team that will probably be at a higher level bowl game, but I don't think they're going to challenge to win the national title this year. And you have to wonder, what does that do to the psyche? This team has more 5-star recruits than I believe any team in America. This is a good Ole Miss team that can throw the football. Jackson Dart only has 1 interception all season. They have weapons all over the place. If you're going to give me a full touchdown, I think books are going to very much be exposed in this game. However, Cliff, you, as usual, are ahead of the curve a lot of the time. I think you're still in the back of your head thinking, if you can get this blow a touchdown, does Alabama really lose 2 out of 3? Did they really look bad in 3 straight games? They're at home here. Milroe's the better quarterback of him and Buckner. Buckner was just horrible. I would probably lean maybe on the over here. I think both teams will move the football, but it really is. If I'm getting 7.5, I like Ole Miss. If I'm getting 6.5, I lean Alabama. I think it could fall 7.
Jeff, I've been wrong every week on Colorado, so I'm going to tap out here, sit it out, and just try to enjoy the game. I guess Vegas and the books are happy with the number they put out because it stayed 21 pretty much all week. Very high total in the upper 60s. Can Dion and his crew keep it close, or is this kind of their first rude awakening of the year?
I think you can always figure how games are going to work of this magnitude and at the NFL by early line movement. As I talked about with Clemson, it wouldn't surprise me if they win due to the line movement. Early sharp money here, and it's just books have gotten beat up because sharps have been on Colorado the first couple of weeks. They have not been on them here. From what I understand, Colorado is not being bet by sharps. It's only public money. I actually have another play for this game, Clip. I played the over at 70.5. Look, if this game's 35-24, so be it. I don't see it, though. Oregon can move the ball, and I think approach 50 in this game. Bo Nix has quietly been very good. This is a very high-level offense. And this is a Colorado defense. They can't stop the pass, can't stop the run. And we know they're going to score. We know they have plenty of weapons on offense. And it's not just Shadir Sanders and Travis Hunter. It's Dylan Edwards. It's Xavier Weaver. It's Horn. They have all sorts of weapons. I think this is like a 51-28 type of game. I lean over, and I lean Oregon.
All right, big man on campus, Jeff Nadu joining us. One more of the headliners, Jeff, and we'll wrap it up with what you like this weekend. Ohio State, Notre Dame. Ohio State field goal favorite on the road in South Bend. I've been a Sam Hartman fan for a long time. I don't know why I have a rooting interest here, but I guess I just like Sam Hartman. I'm hoping they can pull it out on Saturday night. But you like the Buckeyes or Notre Dame in this one? Total in the mid-50s.
Again, I'll go back to the line. I think this line tells you all you need to know. Look how good Notre Dame's been, Clip. Okay, they've been awesome. Sam Hartman's second in the Heisman rankings, arguably right now, and they're 3.5-point home dogs. That tells you what you need to know about this game. Ohio State is going to win by 10 or more points. I think what we saw last week is what Ohio State is offensively. I think they're very good. I mean, they've just kind of been bored, I think, in games. I watched that whole game against West Kentucky. And look, I know West Kentucky's not good on defense, but they went up and down the field. I think Ohio State is ready to go. I think they're looking forward to this game. And I think the line's telling you a lot. I don't think Notre Dame's defense is what the numbers have showed us. I think they played some bad teams or just some average teams. This is a major step up. I'm going to go like 34-24 Ohio State.
All right, Bucks. Jeff, up against it. What else? Any other top plays you like? Something to keep an eye on for Thursday, Friday, Saturday?
I'll just throw out Friday night. I like the Air Force. I played this 3.5. It's not the 5.5. I like it anything under 6. San Jose State can't stop the run. It's been clear time and time again. Air Force is good as usual. They have a top 5 defense and a pretty damn good offense. They've been really good against San Jose State, and most of this conference, I think they take care of business and win by double digits like they did last week.
Jeff, Eric on YouTube says, Nadu, is ECU still battling Sam Houston State for the worst offense in the country, or is ECU taking the crown?
No. Sam Houston's significantly worse.
Good to hear.
He can at least move the ball, but it's not by much, though.
Yeah, hadn't been pretty, man. Jeff, we'll see if we can track you down. Later start to our show on Saturday. We'll start at 2 o'clock, so we'll see if we can get you on maybe an hour number 1 before the 3:30 window hits or something.
Fine by me, whatever you want.
Thank you, dude. See you, man. All right, BMOC, Jeff Nadu joining us. We'll have more of his thoughts on East Carolina and Gardner-Webb, although he shared some of it there. If Gardner-Webb, if you can get double digits plus points, take
the dog.
He'll be interested in the dog, and that dog is a running bulldog. Bit of an oxymoron because bulldogs are kind of stationary. You don't see a lot of them running.
No.
But we
very
will.
Lazy dogs.
Apparently, they like to go high speed, too, the football team, that is. And we will be seeing that on Saturday. Let's take a break. We'll come back hour 2 when we return. A lot more ECU football talk with Kevin Monroe and Billy Weaver. No, that was good. That's on me for not continuing on because that was a good throw-in.
Sorry.
Why are you apologizing?
Ball out!
Thank you. We'll take a break, come back. More to go. Pirate Radio Live after this.
No flags!
In football, it takes great offense, defense, and special teams to make the perfect team. With New Blue, it takes great service in plumbing, electrical, and HVAC to make a perfect team. This is Aaron Williams with Ease Plumbing, and we have teamed up with Viva Electric and Roland Black Heating and Cooling to form New Blue Service Group. Same great local team, same great local service. Let us help you tackle any issues you may have. Just go to callnewblue.com. That's callnublue.com. New Blue Service Group, where we are redefining service excellence. Go Pirates.
Picking football games against the spread is hard. Shopping at the Appliances Superstore is easy. This is Frank Lee from the Appliances Superstore, and right now we're having a big sale with 50% off open box French door refrigerators. Did you know we also offer delivery and setup when you shop with us? And if we don't have what you want, we will make a special order for you. The Appliances Superstore off 264 behind the new DMV, or shop us online, AppliancesSuperstore.com. Remember, we make buying appliances easy at the Appliances Superstore.
Papa John's new garlic epic stuffed crust pizza is the pizza inspired by our biggest fans. With that garlic flavor you all love.
In it, on it, with it.
Get the new garlic epic stuffed crust pizza for $13.99 only at Papa John's.
Hey, Pirate fans, Papa John's is the MVP move for game day or any day. Place your order online at papajohns.com and sign up for Papa Rewards. Papa John's, better ingredients, better pizza. Go Pirates!
We started off with Samuel Adams Boston Lager.
That really changed the perception of what an American beer could be. I don't think that guidepost has ever changed. It's
to create a beer for everyone.
Craft for everybody.
We make it easy, right? You pick up any of our beers and they're going to be great. They're going to be delicious.
Beer's original mission was to open the door for people and have everyone have a good time. That's what we're doing today at Sam Adams. We're craft for everybody, and we're really proud of that mission of delivering beers that can bring as many people together as we possibly can.
Switching is easy. We do it all the time. We switch on the lights. We switch TV channels. Some of us switch partners while square dancing. Well, that's a stretch. But what's not a stretch is how you can switch and save with State Farm. In fact, this is State Farm agent Timothy Sawyer right here in Greenville. We can switch your auto and home insurance so you can start saving today. My team and I are ready to welcome you to the State Farm neighborhood. With Timothy Sawyer State Farm, it's easy to switch and save. Just give us a call, 493-0002. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Familia is your go-to spot for the best Italian dishes around, including pizzas, pastas, salads, and homemade desserts.
That's Familia.
Enjoy half-off wine night on Wednesdays, $3 drafts on Thursdays, or get a pizza of the week for just $12.
That's Familia.
Place your order online or call 689-6330, and Familia will have your order ready in their drive-thru window for pickup.
That's Familia.
Clip, really?
Oh, sorry.
Familia on Fire Tower Road in Winterville near Pitt Community College.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Russell with Russell's Clothing in downtown Washington. Believe it or not, fall weather is coming and we're getting ready for some Pirate football. Russell's has a long history of dressing Pirate fans, both men and women. To make room for fall and game day apparel, we're taking final markdown on all men's and women's summer merchandise of 50 to 75%. That's right, say 50 to 75% on summer merchandise. As we get ready, join us in wishing the Pirates a healthy and successful season. So remember, for all your game day apparel and accessories, it's Russell's in downtown Washington.
I'm Sam Jones, and for more than 3 generations, my folks have kept the fires burning for Eastern North Carolina Whole Hog Barbecue. At Sam Jones, you'll find our smokehouse pumping out wood-fired meats, cooked fresh every single day. There are no freezers at our place. Everything, and we mean everything, is made fresh daily, including our sides, sweets, and sauces. Stop in and see us, and I bet you'll be able to taste our passion in just one bite. At Sam Jones Barbecue, you'll find plenty of smoke, but no mirrors.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington.
Sunday, bloody Sunday.
You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Beauty Bar Metaspa. Do you want to get rid of wrinkles, tighten and lift your skin, smooth your skin texture, erase veins and brown spots and get rid of unwanted hair? Are you interested in Botox or filler? Visit beautybarmetaspa.com to set up a free consultation. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. UBE has been an ECU tradition for over 50 years, and you can shop online anytime at pirateware.com. UBE has the biggest and best selection of ECU sportswear and accessories for Pirates of all ages. Every day is game day at UBE. And Bud Light reminds Pirate fans to always stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's Cliff.
All right, and a 2 o'clock start time, Shirley, Saturday for the Bud Light pregame tailgate. We'll take you right up to the kickoff at 6 o'clock and be with you on a late night edition of the U.S. Sailor 5th quarter call-in show. Boy, that one could go a lot of different ways. I mean, it could be absolute meltdown time, or we could be talking about the first Pirate win, starting to look at Rice. Hey, boys, can we get to 2-3? And if you can do that, you've got a big one on Thursday Night Football on ESPN against SMU on the horizon with a chance to get to 500 and 2-0 in conference play. So the Marshall game, that was my biggest game of the year heading into the season. We lost that one. But there's a path to climb out of this hole. We're in a hole right now. Alice in Chains sang about it, down in a hole. But losing control. Down in a hole. Feeling so low. I'd like to fly, but my wings are clipped, so denied. So we're in that hole. We can't fly.
But there is a path.
Chandler, somebody
I want me some glory.
Not that one, Jerry. And not the one Joey was talking about either. Not that one either.
Not even that one.
Not even that one.
Not even
that one. Not that one.
Ahí estaba, en el centro. Hoyo de gloria.
Not that one, Joey.
Nope.
We're in a 0-3 hole. But Chandler.
There it was, an 0-3 hole.
Right there in the middle of it. And we're down there, hey, help us out.
We need help down here.
Hey.
Help.
Well, guess what? Somebody at the top has started to lower a ladder.
Who is that person?
I mean, I don't know. I can't see him.
Yeah, that's right. Who are you? It doesn't matter. Just hang on.
The ladder is being lowered. If the Pirates are able to win Saturday, we will be able to physically go up 3 or 4 rungs on that ladder.
Are we just hanging on? Or are we just grabbing the ladder with a win?
Maybe you're right.
Yeah, a win would be just being like, all right, we got it. We've got it down here.
Yeah. You win that one. And then if you beat Rice, the ladder hits the dirt and we're able to climb out of that hole.
All right, we're climbing.
And then I guess the SMU win would be officially us getting out of said hole. Getting back to land.
All right, we're out.
Back to sea level. Everybody got that? Everybody understand where we're at?
Everybody good?
All right. We're going to play.
Everybody out of the hole?
We have a freaking game.
We're having a freaking game. We have a freaking hole that we got to get out of.
Oh, dear.
You got to rise up the ladder.
This is why we need to win. I don't know how much more of this we can do.
What happens if we lose?
I mean,
did we lose the ladder?
All hell, there is no ladder.
They just go psych.
No, here's what happens if we lose. That ladder, we thought it was a ladder. It was actually a shovel. Somebody is on top of the hole starting to throw dirt in the hole.
You feel something, and it's dirt on your head.
Yeah.
And you're like, hey, what's going on up there? Well, we lost the Gardner Webb, and I guess we're having to cover the hole.
So right now, again, and Jamie, if you could do a diorama on this, I'd appreciate it. Is it diorama or diarrhea? What is it?
Diarrhea.
Diorama.
Jamie, I'm going to need you to present one of the solar system, and then if your next one could be Chandler and I in a hole looking up, and and there's a figure up there, and we could see a stick. We're not sure if that is one of the legs of the ladder or if it's actually a shovel. That's where we are. You want to talk to Kevin Monroe now? Or continue on this ladder talk?
Ball out.
Let's head out to the Pirate Radio Live line. Joining us, former Pirate. You can hear him on the home games on the call on the Pirate Sports Network. He is Kevin Monroe joining us today on Pirate Radio Live. K-Mo, how you doing, man?
I'm doing good, Clip. I hope you are.
Yes, sir. Doing well. Commanders are 2-0, Kevin, and I don't get to say that a lot, so I'm doing very good right now. We'll talk...
You're leading off the show with that. You must be feeling good.
We'll talk NFL later, but I wanted to throw that out there while I can say it. It might come to an end when they play the Bills this weekend. But, Kevin, the Pirates, unfortunately, on the other side of that, 0-3. And I thought about it this way. They score on their opening drive. They open up a double-digit lead on the road against App State. They scored 2 defensive touchdowns. Right now, everything sounds like a recipe for a win, right, Kevin? But they lose the game. So why, Kevin, did they lose that game on Saturday to App State? What did you see?
Where do we start? I guess there's lots of things going on. I will say the turnovers that not the ones that we got, but the ones that we gave away were a big deal. There were some drive killers, 3 interceptions, I believe. That's a start. Trying to sustain drives is an issue. I think we get a play here or there that would get us a first down, and then all of a sudden, we go 3 and out, or we get stopped. So not maintaining the football on offense and turning the ball over, or just getting off the field too quickly is a big issue. And then defensively, it's the big plays. You give up these big, another 60-yard run, I think, by the running back there at App, a couple of just big hitters that just kill you when you think you've done pretty good. They ran the ball, I think, 48, 49 times, so you stopped them a lot. But they get those big carries that just crushes you. So offensively, not moving the chains, and defensively giving up big plays is what did us in.
Kevin, Mason Garcia was kind of handed the reins when ECU took on Marshall here at home, and then we saw Alex Flynn get the start, and it was his game against Appalachian State. So after that sample size, in your opinion, are we back to square one? As one look better than the other? What do you think the quarterback plan should be moving forward for this team?
Well, personally, I feel like Alex Flynn, is just more decisive. He makes decisions, not always the best decision. As we talked about, he has some turnovers, but he gets the ball off, and he gives the receivers a chance to make plays. That's what you got to have, And I think Mason, is learning every day at practice, and I think he'll get better. And there may be an opportunity for us to turn back to him later in the season. But right now, I think you go with Alex because he puts the defense on their heels, as defensive backs and as linebackers. They have to actually cover people because we're going to get rid of the ball, and that opens things up for Rajee Harris and Bond and Gunn and those guys to run the football. So I think there were some opportunities there offensively. And as long as there's opportunities there, I think you got to stick with the quarterback that's making those opportunities happen.
And hopefully at some point I can quit bringing this up. We can quit talking about it, but still looking for go-to guys and playmakers on offense. And I asked Donnie Kirkpatrick about the interceptions yesterday, and he said a mix of inexperienced quarterback, bad throw, bad decision, also threw in receiver running the wrong route. So, there's so much going on right now, but it just feels like the playmakers out there are not helping these QBs enough, and maybe that's just what we have here in 2023. I hope that's not the case. I hope somebody can kind of rise to the occasion, but just haven't seen it yet, Kevin.
Yeah, you probably see this all the time, both in the college level and at the pro level. A lot of people run cover 2 defense, right? You have the corner rolled up and the safety coming over top. Well, the safety for App State had 2 picks, almost 3, just on the same read. The ECU receiver would release outside. He'd have that little window that you always have, that kind of 20-yard window where you can throw the ball on the level, on the line, and hit that receiver in that open gap between the corner and the safety, or you can float it up there and give the safety all day long to go and pick it off. That's exactly what he did 2.5 times. The last time he dove for one and missed it. But, those are good reads by Alex Flynn, just poor execution. Put that ball on the line, get it out quicker, and don't give that safety a chance to get over there. So things like that, I think, will get better in practice. Will get better as the season goes on. Because, those could be big plays for Sowell or Jalen Johnson down the sideline if you can just make that throw. And then, as you mentioned, there have been some drops. I think there was less drops this game than there were the first 2. But as the receivers get more and more used to balls, coming at them, during full-speed games, they'll be better at catching them. And so much hesitation when Garcia was back there. They weren't getting the opportunities when they were open. I think they are getting the balls now. So I expect to see less drops as we go along, or they'll be swapped out. There are receivers that catch the ball, and so that's the way it'll go.
Kevin, yesterday Blake Harrell was asked about the young Antoine Jackson, came up with the big pick 6, and he is a young 17-year-old with a lot of confidence out there playing. And Blake Harrell said now the challenge is to get better, to not settle, to not celebrate, to keep on working each and every day and keep working how you got to this point if you're Antoine Jackson. But how about that young kid making a play on Saturday? And we've seen Siobhan Ravel make some plays at corner as well.
Listen, when you're young, you don't know what you don't know, right? So you're going to go out there doing the same things you did in high school. You're going to take some chances. You're going to try to make some plays. And it's not until you get beat a couple times or until things don't go your way that you start to think twice about, doing certain things. And so right now I'm glad that he's playing footloose and fancy free. I hope he keeps trying to make those plays. But they will have to make sure that he's smart, that they have a safety behind him that can, make up for his mistakes. I know that's one of the things that Coach Harrell probably worries about, having a 17-year-old out there playing. I can promise you, when I was a true freshman, I wasn't ready to play in big games. So I'm glad to see that he is, and it seems like more and more these days guys are playing younger and younger. But best believe he's going to make some mistakes. We'll just hope those mistakes don't get us beat.
Kevin Monroe joining us, and man, I enjoyed talking to Kevin Monroe, a guy I watched play here at East Carolina many years ago, just like I enjoy being able to hang out on Saturdays with some Pirate royalty with Marcus Crandall and Jason Nichols, who played and coached here. And Kevin, those guys were visibly upset when we start talking about, okay, Gardner Webb is a must-win. Can we beat Gardner Webb? And just to see the look on their faces when they have to say those phrases, I could tell just kills them inside. But, that's where we are right now, Kevin. So looking for that first win. Gardner-Webb had a second-half lead on App early. The score kind of got away from them, kind of like it did with East Carolina App. But they have played FBS opponents tight in the Trey Lamb era. So ECU's not overlooking anybody right now, obviously. But, man, we got to get this one on Saturday.
Oh, there's no question. It's a must-win. I don't think the program is in as bad a shape as a lot of other people think. I think if you, as I said before, if Holt and Nailers were at quarterback right now, we'd probably be, at the very least 1-2. You might be 2-1. And so you have some issues at quarterback. You've got some drops at receiver. Some things that you wish you had back defensively. But the team itself, the program itself, is not in bad shape. The coaching staff is still good. Guys are still prepared to play. It's just, it's tough to win when you don't have the quarterback play that you want, and you have, drops of crucial situations. I think those things will get better. I don't think the sky is falling, but certainly you can't lose to an FCS opponent when you're 0-3, an opponent that you're going to be favored by, several points, that you should win the game. Not necessarily easily, but you should win the game. And so, yeah, as a fan, as a former player, I want the program to be at a point to where bowl berths are the absolute minimum. 6 wins are the absolute minimum. There's no more 3-win seasons. There's no more 4-win seasons. The program should be at a point to where we are competing for the conference championship every year, and you go to a bowl. And so to sit back and be 0-3 and think, man, I wonder if we can beat Gardner-Webb, it's not a good feeling. I'm not concerned necessarily, but certainly a team like Gardner-Webb, who their coach openly says in press conferences, we're going to run some trick plays, is a team that can beat you if they're successful with some of those trick plays.
Kevin Monroe joining us. Kevin, control what you can control. We can't control the weather, but it's certainly something I'm starting to look at a little bit closer as we get closer to kickoff. And high school games here in the East have been moved, a lot of them from Friday to a Thursday night. And looks like as of right now, by Saturday night, maybe it'll be all out of here, and it could be a rough tailgate. But Eastern North Carolina weather, this one's kind of new, Kevin, like a pop-up tropical storm coming here this weekend, apparently.
Yeah, lots of rain, maybe some wind. That affects the team that likes to throw the ball a lot. That you could see that as being both teams, but I would like to think that East Carolina, could win the battle up front in the run game, both offensively and defensively, being able to establish a run and being able to stop the run for Gardner-Webb. So that would lean towards the team with more depth and bigger, stronger, faster guys, you would think. So if it is raining during game time, I feel okay about that. But certainly, better weather, a nicer day is better for everyone, better for the fans, better for tailgating, and you'd prefer that. But if it gets to be a nasty, muddy, sloshy game, I think that leans towards the Pirates.
Kevin Monroe joining us, Pirate Radio Live Line. As I said in the open, the NFC Beast is back, and glad Washington can be a part of it, at least for 2 weeks. Kevin, your Cowboys really hadn't got challenged yet. Great start to the season for them. The Eagles are 2-0, Washington 2-0. The Giants were staring 0-2 in the face before a miraculous comeback at Arizona, but they got the Niners tonight, so Danny Dimes and the boys could be dropping to 1-2 here. But early thoughts on this NFL season, your Cowboys in the East so far?
Yeah, I'm not too high. I know a lot of Cowboy fans already have us in the Super Bowl. I'm certainly excited about the way the defense is playing. I'd love to see continued consistency from the offense. I liked what I saw from Dak and then the play calling by Mike McCarthy this past week. But and that was a pretty good Jets defense. But they didn't have to do a whole lot because the Jets offense didn't do a whole lot. The Giants, they didn't play a very good team, and the Cardinals, same team the Cowboys are going to play on Sunday. So I can't say too much about that comeback. The fact that they got down, 3 touchdowns to them is says enough. And I don't think they're going to do very well against San Francisco. I've been impressed with Washington, with what they've been able to do. There was a nice comeback in the game on Sunday. So overall, the Eagles, they're going to do what they do. They haven't been as good defensively as we thought they would be coming into the season. They've had some battles, and if Jefferson doesn't fumble that ball through the end zone, they probably win. The Vikings probably win that game. So they've played less good as we thought they would. But overall, the NFC East has been very, very good. Probably the best conference in football right now, and so it's been impressive to watch.
And Kevin, I know your Saturdays, especially these home games, and you're going to be on the call as ECU takes on Gardner-Webb. Maybe you miss out on what's going on in the world of college football. But, man, a tremendous slate coming up this Saturday with Florida State and Clemson at noon, Colorado, Oregon at 3:30. Maybe you'll be able to catch some of those before the game. And then the nightcap, you got Ohio State, Notre Dame, just a few of the awesome matchups coming up this Saturday. And it's still early. You've got time. If you're Clemson, you're out of time. You have to win this game to stay alive. But if you're, I didn't even mention Alabama. Did you see what they did with South Florida last week? They play Ole Miss. So just a great Saturday slate of college football coming up as well.
This is kind of the Alabama, pre-Jalen Hurts. They went on the run of, Jalen Hurts and Mac Jones and Tua, and they've just had good quarterback after good quarterback.
Yeah.
But before that, you remember those days where they were just struggling.
It's like Greg McElroy and McCarron and those guys.
They're back to those days.
Yeah.
You wonder, how does that happen in Alabama? You think they'd be able to get the guy, but they're struggling at quarterback. They're going back and forth, and they're going back to Monroe this week to be the starter. Clemson, kind of the same thing. Kind of the post. I forget who the quarterback was after Watson, but
Trevor and Watson days. Yeah.
That's right. Trevor Lawrence. So yeah, kind of post that era, they're struggling to find the right guy, and that they didn't look very good in week one. So we'll see how they bounce back. Obviously, I've been paying attention to Coach Prime and what Colorado's doing, so I think they have a big one this weekend as well. So it's just fun to watch college football right now. There's a lot more parity than it has been in the past. I thought Georgia would be dominant, and they struggled with South Carolina team that's just okay. So yeah, it's fun watching these games, man, seeing how teams show up and who doesn't show up.
Kevin Monroe joining us, Pirate Radio Lifeline. Kevin, have a great call on Saturday. Thanks for joining us as always, man, and we'll catch up with you again soon.
Appreciate it, Cliff. Thanks for having me.
There is Kevin Monroe joining us. Saw some comments to this as we were airing that interview, so a little peek behind the Pirate Radio curtain due to schedules. We recorded that at 2:20, about 2 hours ago. That was before the Trayvon Diggs news was out. Heath just said on Facebook, "Don't tell Kevin that Trayvon Diggs went down with an ACL in practice." So they were speculating that's what it was, and it appears that has already been confirmed that Trayvon Diggs, their star corner, suffered a torn ACL. Adam Schefter says Cowboys believe Trayvon Diggs suffered a torn ACL during practice today. Will undergo an MRI to confirm the injury. That stinks. I want everybody at their best, and for it to happen in practice. We're talking about practice. Not a game. Practice. But that's a pretty big hit for what was looking like one of the top defenses in the NFL. So that news just coming out today. Let's take a break. We'll come back. More to go. Pirate Radio Live. Billy Weaver going to join us later on this hour as well. More to go. PRL on a Thursday. Back with you after this.
Hey Pirate Nation, before you hit the tailgate fields before the ECU Gardner-Webb game, make plans to join Pirate Radio Game Day Run Club at 7:30 a.m. at Fleet Feet, Greenville. This 3-mile fun run will go right through Dowdy-Ficklin Stadium, through ECU campus, and will start and end at Fleet Feet on Arlington Boulevard. Proceeds from the race will go to Robbie's Clubhouse, helping people with disabilities and special needs in Pitt County. Go to therunsignup.com today to register. Go Pirates!
Country Mart has been locally owned and operated for over 40 years and is your premier country store serving the best cheese biscuits and country food around. Country Mart is open every day and has 2 locations in Bethel on Highway 11 and in Stokes on Highway 903. Both Country Mart locations are top-of-the-line fuel stations serving Shell gas, including 93 ethanol-free high-octane gas, which is the best for all you boat owners. Country Mart, fueling you up with great food in your engines with great gasoline. Go Pirates.
Hey you. Yeah, you. Have you heard? Greenville Auto World is under new ownership and is now part of the DriveHereNow.com network. DriveHereNow.com is run by local people who buy, service, detail, and sell everything directly to you. Greenville Auto World is now the 5th dealership to join the DriveHereNow.com network. Get car shopping today at DriveHereNow.com and choose a location near you. DriveHereNow.com, serving Eastern North Carolina for over 47 years and proud supporter of the Pirates.
UBE and PirateWear.com are proud to offer the Pirate Nation its largest inventory of ECU merchandise and tailgate supplies ever. UBE has the best prices in town, so that makes UBE your one-stop shop for all things ECU. UBE does daily restocks of Champion, Adidas, and Under Armour. Don't forget to bring your young Pirates to plunder the Crow's Nest, which is the only kids store dedicated to ECU. Plenty of free parking in Uptown Greenville. Visit them online at PirateWear.com. Go Pirates!
Save the date for Aces for Autism's 10th annual Samuel C. Robinson fundraiser, featuring guest speaker Tim Tebow. Please join us on Monday, October 23rd for an inspiring and celebratory event of what God has done through Aces for Autism over the last 10 years. Together we aim to raise crucial funds in support of autism awareness in Eastern North Carolina. Sponsorship opportunities are still available on first-come, first-served basis. Don't miss the chance to become a sponsor today. For additional details or to secure your sponsorship, please visit our website at acesforautismnc.com. We hope to see you there.
This is Talbot Green with Integrity Home Mortgage. Are you ready and pre-approved if the home you want to purchase comes for sale today? This is a very important step when trying to purchase a home in the current market. Integrity Home Mortgage offers a wide variety of loan programs. Our team of Talbot Green, Braxton Green, and Joe M. Weir has over 50 years of experience and is committed to providing you with the superior customer service you deserve. To get started, call me, Talbot Green, 714-2076.
Talbot Green, NMLS 120331. For informational purposes only, Integrity Home Mortgage Corporation is an equal housing lender, NMLS 208516.
Nothing freshens up a space like a new coat of paint. And no one east of Raleigh makes painting easier than CertaPro. Residential or commercial, inside and outside, CertaPro is your dependable painting experts. CertaPro's concern is about getting your painting done right and making sure you're satisfied. Whether you have a large or small job, professional quality is what you will get. Let us come to your home or business and give you a free quote. CertaPro takes all the worry away from your painting project. Go to CertaPro.com and click on Clayton Greenville. That's CertaPro. CertaPro.
Pizza, subs, slice, ice.
Jenny, what are you doing?
Just letting the Pirate Nation know that Cucinella's is now open in downtown Greenville, across from Sub Dogs. Did you know Cucinella's is open every day with $6 lunch specials, slices all day, beer, wine, and their famous homemade gelato. Plus, if you're busy, use DoorDash for Cucinella's delivery, and Cucinella's is open late night, Friday and Saturday. Cucinella's on 5th Street in downtown Greenville. Go Pirates!
This is Dale Murphy, two-time National League MVP and number 3 with the Atlanta Braves. And you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Beauty Bar Metaspa. Do you want to get rid of wrinkles, tighten and lift your skin, smooth your skin texture, erase veins and brown spots, and get rid of unwanted hair? Are you interested in Botox or filler? Visit beautybarmetaspa.com to set up a free consultation. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Be sure to visit one of ECU graduate Brandon Tate's U.S. Cellular locations and experience the highest standard of customer service. The purpose of the Atlantic Wireless store experience is to inform, illuminate, and inspire. Find the location near you at AtlanticWireless.com. Atlantic Wireless, we go beyond the call. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
All righty, back with you here inside the Pirate Radio studios on a Thursday. Game day Saturday begins at 2 o'clock on the Bud Light pregame tailgate. Uh-oh. I love gold.
Oh, yeah, that looks good.
I'll tell you what, 0-3, that ain't stopping Joey Perry from doing his bleeping thing.
That is a hard-working man.
So he just tweeted out a picture of Dowdy Ficklin Stadium. So the field, we've got the... Go back to it, Chandler. I was just about to talk about it. I need to look at what I'm talking about. In the end zone, we've got East Carolina in purple, outlined in gold.
Trimmed in gold.
And then the borders behind the end zone, beside the end zone, going all the way to the 20s, is in gold. There is rumor of a gold helmet. I believe John Gilbert squashed that rumor here on this show.
I remember that.
But is he being honest with us?
Was it my favorite word of the week, or words? Smokescreen.
Chandler is
a big smokescreen.
All right, I got a question. I don't even want to say this. I don't care if I'm too old or not to say it. I'm not going to start using it in my vocabulary, but you're starting to suss out the smoke screens. I hate when people say that. Suss out. What is it short for?
What?
Suspect. Sus. Now I'm going to suss this out. God, that's gross.
Oh, you don't like that?
I don't like that.
Or do you not like smokescreen?
I don't like sus, dude.
It's sus. It's very suspect.
Like Chandler acts sus.
You're acting, dude. Hey, Joey, you're acting so sus right now.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just
that word kind of like moisty.
No, not at all. It's not.
A lot of people hate moist.
I get his comparison, but
it's not that kind of gross. It's that it's not my generation.
It's not in your vocabulary.
No, and why did you act like vocabulary is such a big proper word that you had to say?
It's not in your.
It was like
in your vocabulary.
It was like, check this out. I'm about to use this big word. I'm gonna drop it on y'all.
It is not in your
vocabulary.
Plethora.
It's not in your arsenal of terms.
Repertoire.
In your repertoire.
Are there words that are radio safe from your era that we don't use now?
Are there words that are radio safe from your era? Like fat?
Fat!
Like PHAT?
No, I mean,
pretty hot and tempting?
People still use fat?
Yeah.
No.
I never hear that.
Chandler uses that when he slides up on someone's story.
I don't know.
I like this kind of party.
What were the terms? Like bad meant good and
That's
hot.
still the same thing today.
Hot meant cool and cool meant hot. And
no, I
don't know. Look, the word
I still use the word awesome and rad. Every now and then I'll throw in a rad.
No, rad
you don't hear rad a lot.
Yeah, that got out.
Radical.
Awesome is still normal.
Yeah, awesome. I say awesome a lot. Brett Kennedy says awesome a lot.
Awesome. That's awesome.
No, that's a good question, Joey. And words change and new words come out. I always wonder how these things are started. A lot of it, I feel like, is music. Like,
it's definitely music.
Like rap
songs.
Yeah.
Music and now like social media.
Yeah.
Like the
an
biggest
influencer,
one.
quote unquote.
An influencer. The biggest one lately is, do you know what Riz is?
So he's risen. Like, does it mean like? He's risen is the term for Jesus Christ.
My goodness.
Something about flirting or something.
Yeah, you have good.
Use it in a sentence for me.
Chandler lacks a lot of Riz.
So that means game.
Yeah.
Okay, so all right, so Riz means someone has or someone's game.
So if I seen a girl down the hall and I say, Chandler, go Riz her up real quick, and then he'll just do his thing.
Yeah.
Jamie says that's sick.
We say hit her up.
Do people still say sick, right?
Oh, that's
sick.
That's so sick.
Yeah.
Or dope. That's dope.
Yeah.
Yeah. I still use those terms.
Just
speaking of sick catches, was that a Olave catch a fumble or was that a reception? You know what I'm talking about?
The long one down the sideline? It was a catch?
No, it was a catch, but when he celebrated, did he fumble the ball or no? That was the argument about it.
Oh, I don't know. I just saw it as a catch.
So they're saying, I didn't go back and watch this, but I remember seeing it live because didn't the Panthers player go to pick up the ball or something?
He went to pick up the ball because when Olave fell, when he actually had possession of the ball, he was never touched. So when he got up, he celebrated threw the ball on the ground, but it was low-key a fumble.
Oh, yeah.
Did you say low-key?
Oh, that's another one.
That's another one,
I don't like that either.
Why not?
I don't know.
On the DL?
Is it either
on
a
the
fumble
download?
or not? How's it a low-key fumble, and what would be a high-key fumble?
Well, it was a low-key fumble because nobody really realized it in the moment.
Nobody's really talking about it.
So it went under the radar, if that makes sense.
So was it a fumble, though? It was not a fumble.
It's not a fumble.
So it can't be a low-key. It's not a fumble at all.
Low-key could have been, though.
Yeah, there you go. Low-key could have been a fumble.
Fair enough. Okay. Fair enough. Chaz said, Chad, you are my age. You don't know this crap. He said, Riz, you got charisma. Wait, is it short for charisma?
Yeah. That's what people developed as a...
Sorry, Chad.
Yeah,
I did not.
Chad's on it for sure.
Okay. Chad,
But charisma is the same thing as game, and it's the same thing as flirting with someone.
I'm gonna be honest with you, Chad.
I mean, to be honest,
I thought you were a little sus, but
get him
low key. You know what you're talking about.
Low key.
Like that is ridiculous for me to say stuff.
No
like
cap.
Let's see.
No cap is out of the range for sure.
Out of the range? How? That was like last year.
No, out of the
Joey.
range of like clips shouldn't be saying
No, I don't say that.
Okay. We say cap all the time. That's cap.
You say that?
Yeah. Not all the time, but I'll be like, bro, that's cap.
Bro, that's cap. That don't fit you either, Chandler. But look, people can say what they want to say. Be you, whatever.
In the moment, it fits you, Chandler. I got you.
In the moment. And that just wasn't the moment.
I also feel like Joey's kind of, you've got a bit of a cooler air just about you.
Okay, I appreciate that. That's a good compliment.
You're not just plain old vanilla. You got a little flavor
Why'd
to
you put it
Well, I was pointing at both of us.
Plain old vanilla.
I meant to point at both of us, Chandler. Because like Blake Harrell, pull the thumb. He said that a lot yesterday. You got to pull the thumb. You know what that means? Pull the thumb. You got to point at yourself.
Yeah.
Don't push the thumb. You got to pull the thumb.
Wow.
So I'm pointing at myself. Okay, now Chad's showing his age. He said, do people still use talk to the hand?
Oh, my goodness.
No.
I say that all the
Good
time.
gracious.
Talk to the left hand because you ain't right.
Eric says, clip every day you on the show capping. God, that just sounds so gross. Like,
Can I say this word?
yeah.
Heath on Facebook says, I want to bring back skeezer.
Oh, he's such a skeezer. I'm so skeezed out.
Which was the rap version of groupie back in the day. Back in the 80s. Skeezer.
Was it skeezed or skeeved?
Full of fly. Okay.
Wait, you'd call a groupie a skeezer?
Dr. Dre, Let Me Ride. Full of fly bleeps and skeezes. He says that in
That's
the
a
song.
treesh
That
now.
is a...
Say what?
Now it's a treesh. She's a treesh.
A treesh.
Yeah.
I definitely ain't heard of that.
A treesh. Is that short for something?
This is a new segment where we just kind of catch old people up on what people are saying, even though I don't.
I mean, that sounds like a really weird version of atrocious.
Bus stop.
Yeah,
full
I
of
mean,
fly
it's to it,
and
yeah.
skeezes. That's what the line was from Dr. Dre.
Skeeved out was the one I was thinking of, which is grossed out.
Oh, Eric says, clip every day on the show. You capping. Today you have on a nice one. Thank you. I'm capping.
Oh, okay.
Hey. I like it.
Eric also said, we're about done with this segment. Jamie says skank. We don't need to say that word. Eric says, I'm headed to Cypress Glen tonight to find a geezer skeezer. That's a good one to wrap it up on. Let's take a break. When we return, old rooster neck. Old chicken head. See, that's a different term. You ever hear chicken head these days there, Joey?
Talk to the hand.
I think that's a very derogatory term for a female. A chicken head.
Oh, I had no idea. Why? You can explain that to me later.
I don't know. Just people were saying it. We'll talk to the rooster neck, Billy Weaver, when we return. The man with the giant forearms will join us. Talk Pirate football and more. Robert says that's bussin'. What does that mean?
That means like when something's good. Like these wings are bussin'.
Robert, you're definitely too old to use that term.
That's definitely
bussin'.
a cringy one for sure.
I'm not a big fan of that one.
You're not bussin'?
Nah.
That's cap?
Bussin'.
That's cap? That's
so weird.
All right, we'll be back with you after this.
So I find out all I can. There's a fire spinning right outside my door.
It's hard to forget how hot it gets around here in the summer. Remember, the hotter it is outside, the harder your AC has to work to keep it cool inside. And the more energy it uses to keep you cool, the higher your utility bill will be. Your neighbors at GUC have tips to help you reduce your energy use, such as using fans to cool you down inside and cooking outside when you can in the summer. For more tips, go to GUC.com and look for ways to save.
What's up, Pirate Nation? Kyle Gaines here at Washington Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Washington, North Carolina, letting you know about our huge selection of pre-owned vehicles, certified vehicles for every budget, starting at $799 and up. And don't forget, we have all your off-road accessories here with our Washington off-road packages. So bring your Jeep, Ram, or other maker model, and we will take care of your accessories for you. Also, check us out online at WashingtonCDJR.com. Remember, drive a little, save a lot. Go Pirates.
This is Martin Truex Jr., and as a NASCAR Cup Series champion, I love one-stop shopping. When I need fresh tires or fuel during a race, my pit crew takes care of everything. Off the track, I have an Auto Owners independent agent. They handle all my insurance in one place: car, home, life, and business. Get your own pit crew and find a local agency with Auto Owners Insurance.
This is Norm Bryant with Town Insurance in Greenville. Call me today at 756-8300. Go Pirates.
Warren's Hot Dog Pizza, homemade lemonade.
Hungry for game day, Pirate Nation? Take advantage of the Warren's Hot Dogs tailgate special of 10 or more hot dogs for only $1.75 each. And the best part, this special is available every day. Just call ahead and Warren's will have your order ready to go. Hungry for breakfast? Warren's Hot Dogs in Chocowinity opens at 5 a.m. with cheese biscuits, chicken biscuits, sausage dogs, and more. Warren's Hot Dogs in Greenville, across from Ron Ayers, or in Chocowinity next to the fire station. Go Pirates!
Hi Pirates, this is Holden Ehlers. As I enter in a new season of life, it is still important to have a great team behind me. Whether you're going away to school for the first time, getting married, starting a family, or planning for your golden years, the choices can seem overwhelming and confusing. Let the team at Buck Insurance Agency make it easy as you enter into your next season. They have been helping people just like us for over 30 years. Give the Buck Insurance Agency a call today at 877-357-1966. Go Pirates.
Defense! Defense!
What are you doing?
You haven't heard? Carolina Hardscapes has the best defense in Pitt County. And you know defense wins championships.
What? No. They have the best fence company in Pitt County.
Wait, they do fencing now?
That's right. Just give them a call at 364-1201 and they'll get the job done right. And don't forget, they still do patios, pools, and mulch.
Wow, now that's a championship caliber company. Carolina Hardscapes. Enjoy the outdoors.
The convenience of Pitt Greenville Airport is waiting just outside your front door. Service is back, so you're connected to destinations worldwide through flights from American Airlines. Plan your next trip. Book your flights today at flypgv.com or aa.com.
Good news, business travelers. PGV and American Airlines has added a new early morning flight available now. Book today at aa.com and be on time for that connection in Charlotte. Fast, convenient, and close to home, PGV has American flights perfect for your next trip. PGV, where the Pirates fly.
Are you having a hard time participating in the activities you love due to pain? Well, then you need a good stretch or perhaps a massage. At Bodies in Balance, they offer massage therapy, assisted stretching, and Graston techniques to help provide solutions. With years of experience, the team at Bodies in Balance can create a stretch or massage program that is right for you. Mention Pirate Radio to get your first free stretch and your first massage for only $1 per minute. Call 916-4530 to get on the schedule, or you can visit them online at bodiesinbalance.com.
Pirate Radio.
We are Eastern North Carolina's football program. In time, we will be North Carolina's football program.
The voice of the Pirate Nation. You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Beauty Bar Metaspa. Do you want to get rid of wrinkles, tighten and lift your skin, smooth your skin texture, erase veins and brown spots, and get rid of unwanted hair? Are you interested in Botox or filler? Visit beautybarmetaspa.com to set up a free consultation. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Do you want to get rid of wrinkles, tighten and lift your skin, smooth your skin texture, erase veins and brown spots, and get rid of unwanted hair? Are you interested in Botox or filler? Contact the licensed professionals at Beauty Bar Medi Spa on Red Banks Road in Greenville. Free consultations are available by calling 752-1406 or visiting beautybarmedispa.com. Enjoy your visit. Love your transformation. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live on a Thursday.
Am I supposed to call Billy?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Call Billy. He said Chandler is many things, but he was never deaf, regardless of how many gold chains he ever wore. That's DEF.
You were not so deaf.
Def Jams. So Def. Who was that? That was Jermaine Dupri.
Jermaine Dupri.
Yep. All right, there you go. Boy, am I cool.
Kenny has a request.
I know.
The last request he had was say hit.
Yeah. So Kenny Curlings requested that Yoey say glory hole in Spanish, and he's got another request for Joey, and we will ask Joey once we get Billy Weaver on the Pirate Radio live line. Weave will be with us after the game on the U.S. Sailor fifth quarter call-in show on Saturday night, recapping East Carolina and Gardner Webb, and he joins us now on the Pirate Radio live line. Weave, how you doing, man?
Doing good, Clip. Hope you are.
Yes, sir. Joey, your request from Kenny Curlings. He wants you to say rooster neck in Spanish. Can you say that rooster neck Billy Weaver in Espanol?
I don't think I've ever heard rooster in Spanish. Hold on a second. That rooster neck.
You're going to have to look up how to say the word rooster?
I guess I am.
All right. Well, let us know when you're ready. Okay. We've, we're hoping for a positive fifth quarter, but it's been a lot of therapy so far between the callers. And honestly, sometimes we got to calm down Marcus and Jason, the former Pirates, because they still have some stake in this thing, and they left the sweat on that field, and they want it just as bad as anybody. So while it's been entertaining, it's been a few frustrating fifth quarters thus far.
Well, as far as Marcus and Jason go, well, they get frustrated like we do because they see what we do, but then again, they also see a lot of things that we don't see on the field that frustrates them. Missed coverages, missed opportunities, miscommunication, you name it. They see it through the coach's eyes and through the former players' eyes and route running with, quarterback and receiver and things like that. So they get kind of extra frustrated, I guess, but it's warranted. It really is, because East Carolina's offense has just been, atrocious this year. It really has. And something has to change, and it's got to change this week, because if it doesn't change this week against Gardner Webb, you got to ask yourself when, or is it going to change at all?
Right.
Because the schedule doesn't get any better. Gardner Webb is one of those, that you kind of circle on the calendar as a gimme. But that was before the season. Now you're facing an 0-4 start, and you're looking at Gardner Webb, and you're thinking, okay, Gardner Webb gave App State, a pretty good ball game, and they're going to come into Dowdy-Ficklen, and they're going to be poised for a huge upset. And East Carolina better be ready. And, who knows what's going to happen with the weather situation and how that could affect the game. It's just, there's a lot of question marks around this East Carolina football team right now, and a lot of them need to be answered very quickly.
Billy Weaver joining us, Pirate Radio Live Line, referred to by Philly Owl as Old Rooster Neck. So, Joey, can you give us Old Rooster Neck Billy Weaver?
El cuello de gallo, Billy Weaver.
There you go, Billy. It hurts even more in Spanish, right? The old rooster neck himself.
Sounds good in Spanish to me.
That sounds good. Yeah, actually, could be a compliment. Who knows what Joey just said? Might have complimented you. What'd you make of the John Gilbert from the helm coming out kind of early after an 0-3 start, but came out with his comments, and hey, nobody's happy. We're working on it, but nobody is. We are not meeting expectations right now. We're going to do our best to fix this. I also feel like that maybe, and again, I don't think Mike Houston's overly antagonizing fans, but some of the comments he's made, fly a kite, and the casual fan needs to wake up and all that stuff. I think you might start seeing less of those and probably none of those until at least they start winning some games. I kind of feel like part of it was just, all right, we're not against you. We're all one pirate ship trying to go in the right direction. And I don't know, what was your take on the John Gilbert comments?
Well, my take is that in 30-plus years of seeing football, watching programs, watching sports, and college athletics, it's never good when the athletic director feels the need to have to put out anything to the fans to explain anything or any kind of thing. It's never good. It's never a good situation. It never really ends very well. So that just tells me that there's a lot going on behind the scenes. And usually in those cases, if the athletic director feels the need to have to either, one, defend the coach or defend the program, then there's a lot of problems. And a lot of times, unfortunately, at the end of the season, those kind of, you look back at those in those seasons and you see when, the letters from the helm come out or the athletic director has to address a situation. So it's not good. I mean, it really isn't. That just tells me, I think a lot of people have said, okay, does this mean that Mike Houston's on the hot seat? If I had to guess, and that's exactly what I'm doing, I would have to say, that this is a public notification, putting, the program basically on notice. We need to get this ship righted, and we need to do it right now. That's just my take.
Yeah, and I mean, Donnie Kirkpatrick, the man is awesome. Great guy, great sense of humor. I'm a huge fan of him. The offensive coordinator is under fire right now and feeling the heat, and kind of tell that yesterday in his press conference. So if Mike Houston's seat is hot, then the coordinator's seats have to be
absolutely
an elevated level of hotness right now, and that's Donnie Kirkpatrick trying to figure out what to do with this offense, the personnel to use, and how to move the football weave. And the numbers do not lie. East Carolina is pretty darn close in a lot of stats offensively, last in the entire nation. So you can talk about who we've played. Will the schedule lighten up? Maybe, but right now we need to look inward and focus on ourselves and figure out how to move this football.
Yeah, absolutely. And the thing is when a head coach is on the hot seat, what's the first thing they do at the end of a season that has been one that was less than impressive or that got that coach on the hot seat? Well, they make a change. And if you look at the East Carolina program right now, where do you make a change at? There, if they end up winning just 3, 4, even just 5 games this season, fans are going to want to change, some sort of change, and they're going to want to know that that the program is making an effort to right the ship. And unfortunately, that means the head coach, if he's on the hot seat, what he's going to do first is he's going to get rid of somebody. And you hate to say that, but that's just the way the system works. And so we'll just have to wait and see. But once again, it all depends on this weekend and what happens against Gardner-Webb, and if East Carolina can kind of change the direction of this season.
Billy, another thing we're watching right now is the weather and keeping an eye on that. A lot of fans have questions about it, and we'll see what happens. Kind of a crazy pop-up tropical storm situation going on here, and it's affecting high school football. Games being moved to Thursday night. You can hear Conley football tonight right here on Pirate Radio. Going to be, it appears, ugly Friday, probably ugly early Saturday, but hopefully by the time we get to kickoff, it'll be clear and good for football.
Yeah, I mean, and you know what? You hate that for East Carolina because of the situation. It's almost, with no pun intended, it's the perfect storm for East Carolina, and not in a good way. You start out the season 0-3, some bad losses. You got a home game against, an FCS opponent. It's not the marquee name that will draw a lot of fans anyway. You got fans that are kind of PO'd right now at what they see on the field. Then you throw the weather into the mix. I mean, that's just, like I said, that's a perfect storm of, bad things for East Carolina right now. And, but whatever happens, I mean, I hate to use these puns, but the Pirates have to weather these storms. They really do. I just hope that the weather, kind of cooperates. The first game was hampered by weather as well. Great opening crowd. But then at halftime, the place pretty much cleared out, and then not a lot of people got to see. out of the rain and stormed to the radio station to watch the rest of the game, and it looks like another weekend of rain in the forecast. So it's just not good all the way around for ECU.
Billy, we were joining us Pirate Radio Live Line. Hey, if you're tired of the Commanders talk, that's fine. I get it. Go somewhere else. Go to ESPN and see what. Oh wait, they're talking about Eric Bieniemy and the Commanders. You can't get away from it, folks. Everybody's talking about the 2-0 Washington Commanders. Bills coming up this week. Sold out crowd.
Look at that throw.
Look at that dime by Sam Howell to Terry McLaurin. Billy, can we make it 3-0? What do you think about Commanders Bills on Sunday?
I mean, I think they can. The Commanders are a 6.5-point dog at home against the Bills. If the Commanders play the Bills team that lost to the Jets, I think they got a great chance of winning that. But this past weekend, the Bills looked pretty good. It just depends on what Bills team that we see on Sunday.
Josh Allen can look like the best quarterback we've, and then he can do some things that makes you wonder how he got a starting job. He does way more good than bad, but he didn't mind turning it over and doing something silly. We need to hope he's got a few of them in him Sunday.
Oh yeah, absolutely, and that that's all predicated on that great defensive line by the Washington Commanders. If they can get pressure on Josh Allen, they can rattle him. And on the other side, the flip side of the ball, how good is Sam Howell? I mean, he's undefeated right now as an NFL starting quarterback. I think what he brings to the Commanders is that intermediate and deep ball threat, which the Commanders haven't had for a while. So I think it's going to be very interesting. It's like I said, I think it's going to be a litmus test. Are the Commanders as good as they're showing so far? And are the Bills better than what they have shown so far? And I think if the Commanders win, it's kind of an interesting question. I was listening to some of the national talk shows. Like you said, the Commanders are kind of one of the talks of the NFL right now. And I heard, some sports talk radio earlier today, and they were saying, what's the bigger story if the Commanders win this game? The Commanders, or how bad the Bills have started off, a team that's expected to maybe go to the Super Bowl? What do you think?
I think at 3-0, because you've got the new owner factor, and if they do win, it'll be in front of a sold-out crowd. Now, there's going to be a lot of blue there. I am not naive enough to think that it's going to be all burgundy and gold. In fact, it might be like I hope it's 60-40, because I know Bills Mafia is going to be there. But if Washington wins, a sold-out crowd, Sam Howell remains undefeated as a starter, new owner, new feeling, you'll start to see a lot of, I think more of the talk's going to be about the Commanders, honestly.
Yeah, I just think that nationally it's going to be a bigger story on the side that, hey, the Bills have started out 1-2.
Right. Hey, I hope we can find this out, Weave.
Oh, I hope so too, because that means the Commanders will win the ball game.
Yeah.
So I'm definitely down with that. And I tell you what, I was a little concerned with the return of Chase Young, because I was thinking, okay, is he going to get hurt again? I just don't feel comfortable that he's going to be really effective. But he was.
He looked good out there.
He did. Not as much in the first half as he did the second half, but that was the entire Commanders team.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, I was frustrated as anybody else in the first half, but they showed some moxie and some poise and came back and won that game. And I think the defense is going to be relied on heavily, obviously, this week against the Bills. So it'd be nice to see Chase have just an amazing game.
All right, Kenny Curling says Redskins will lose by 17. Luckily, Kenny has never got a prediction right in his life.
Take that bet. Hey, tell Kenny I will take that bet.
Kenny, get up with Weave, and y'all do a little side bet here. See how it goes.
Yeah, if he gives me 17, I will take that all day long.
Weave, we'll see you Saturday, man.
All right, hopefully we'll be talking about a Pirate victory.
Yeah.
Because I tell you what, I just don't know if I can handle a fifth quarter show on the heels of an 0-4 start and a loss to Gardner-Webb.
The fifth quarter show with all of that starts at like 9:20 at night.
and ends at 2:00 in the morning.
Yeah.
Somebody getting hurt.
We got to have a dub. Let's get it Saturday. Thank you, man.
All right, thanks. We'll see you.
There is Billy Weaver joining us, Pirate Radio Live Line. Let's take a break. When we return, Jamie says it'll be the Commanders are like the Giants of last year. Sign me up. If we're a fake playoff team, I will take it. Y'all can be me talking crap about the Giants all last year, saying how bad we are as long as we keep winning games. I will take that. And winning a playoff game. I will take that. Because I have not seen the Commanders win a playoff game since the 2005 season. Yeah.
I was 4.
Yeah. Joey didn't even know how to say rooster yet. In any language.
He didn't know how to do it 5 minutes ago.
In Spanish.
In Espanol. Let's take a break. When we return, ECU Hall of Famer Marcus Crandall joins us. We'll hear what Mike Houston, Donnie Kirkpatrick, and Blake Harrell had to say yesterday at the press conference. More to go after this.
Pull us apart when the light gets in your heart, baby. Don't you forget about me.
Here at Brown & Wood with Jeff Stein. Jeff, I've noticed a lot of great GMC pickup trucks on the lot.
Yes, sir. We have 2500s and 1500s in stock in the all-new 3.0 Duramax diesel. We earn 30 extra trucks on allocation, so go online, brownandwood.com, or stop in, build your truck, we'll get it coming for you. Brown & Wood, voted #1 by the customer in Greenville. 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 rooftops, and 1 goal to make sure you leave a happy customer.
Looking for a comfortable mattress at a great price? Come by Farmers Home Furniture in Washington today and check out their wide selection of mattresses. Farmers Home Furniture has Serta mattresses and a variety of therapeutic mattresses and adjustable bases that can match with their wide selection of mattresses. Need financing? Farmers has 30-day, 60-day, and 90-day, same as cash, plus 12 and 24 months interest-free options. See sales consultant for details. Farmers Home Furniture, West 5th Street in Washington. Your new mattress is waiting for you.
I'm Sam Jones, and for more than 3 generations, my folks have kept the fires burning for Eastern North Carolina Whole Hog Barbecue. At Sam Jones, you'll find our smokehouse pumping out wood-fired meats, cooked fresh every single day. There are no freezers at our place. Everything, and we mean everything, is made fresh daily, including our sides, sweets, and sauces. Stop in and see us, and I bet you'll be able to taste our passion in just one bite. At Sam Jones Barbecue, you'll find plenty of smoke, but no mirrors.
Get ready for tailgate season at Shimmer Boutique. Locally owned and operated, Shimmer has the best selection of game day apparel and accessories for ladies. And gentlemen, Shimmer has a newly restocked wide selection of t-shirts with brands like Local Boy, Old South, Southern Fried Cotton, and the newest edition, Pimp Shrimp. Shimmer has everything you need this fall. They carry the largest selections of Yetis and Hey Dudes and more. Be ready for game day and every day at Shimmer Boutique with locations in Greenville, Winterville, and Jacksonville. Go Pirates!
When you walk through the doors of Villa Verde, you'll experience the sights, sounds, and smells of authentic Dominican flavors. This is Jay from Villa Verde, inviting you to come by this summer and try one of our amazing empanadas, our famous red snappers, grouper bites, seafood paella, Cuban sandwiches, and much, much more. Relax on the patio with a fresh mojito or a cold beer while enjoying one of our out-of-this-world desserts, like our rum pineapple cake or our famous tres leches. Villa Verde on 10th Street, a platform for good, and a proud supporter of the Pirate Nation.
Greetings, friends of Eastern North Carolina. If you're looking for a great place to work with competitive pay and a multitude of advancement opportunities, Pitt County Schools is hiring. We employ over 3,500 people, and we're one of the largest employers in Pitt County. We are currently seeking teachers, bus drivers, school nutrition personnel, facility staff, custodians, clerical staff, and more. We offer advanced leadership opportunities for our educators and competitive pay for our skilled labor force. If you want to be part of a thriving school system that focuses on educating students, growing our employees, and promoting positive mental and physical health initiatives, we encourage you to become a part of our Pitt County Schools family to help ensure success for the future of Eastern North Carolina. To fill out an application, visit our website today at pittschools.org. That's pittschools.org. And remember, education is truly a team effort. Pitt County Schools. Live and lead.
Hi, I'm Annalie Newhoff.
And I'm Rob Campbell.
And we are with Copy Pro. We have been locally owned and operated here in Eastern North Carolina for almost 50 years. Copy Pro is the leader in office technology.
Does your business struggle with keeping printing costs low or producing professional documents? Here at Copy Pro, total customer satisfaction is our #1 priority.
We have a variety of solutions to help reduce your printing expenses and make your business more productive. Call us today at 1-800-682-6558 or online at copypro.net.
Copy Pro, we are the professional office systems people.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington. You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. At the Appliances Superstore, they make buying appliances easy. It's just that simple. The Appliances Superstore has the largest selection of in-stock appliances in Eastern North Carolina, which helps their customers save money every day. The Appliances Superstore offers a 12-month warranty on every appliance, plus they will deliver and set up your new appliances and remove your old ones. The Appliances Superstore off Highway 264 behind the new DMV, or shop online at appliancessuperstore.com. Remember, we make buying appliances easy at the Appliances Superstore. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
Alrighty, back with you, Pirate Radio Live here on a Thursday. Got a question for ECU Hall of Famer Marcus Crandall. You can throw that up on Facebook, YouTube, or X, and we'll pass it along. Marcus is here. I feel like Marcus, the last time I see you on Saturdays is coming off so far a loss, and we're kind of down. And by the time I see you on Thursday again, the spirits are lifted a little bit. You get that optimism coming back. So I don't know. I feel different now than the last time I saw you Saturday night.
Yeah, I do too. So
we're doing a little more smiling and
yes.
Excited for some football. And real quick, going back to last segment, Jamie, we're talking about, did you see the From the Helm John Gilbert put out this week? Talking about we acknowledge that we are not, living up to our expectations and got to play better. And Jamie said how much of the way the coaches have handled the media and fan base plays into maybe the AD's letter. Well, Jamie, if you've listened to me this week, I think that is certainly a part of it, and I don't think you will hear as much needling from Mike Houston to the fans as you've heard in the past. And again, I'm just speculating. I haven't talked to anybody about it. I don't know one way or the other, but I think that was part of it. And Shirley, hit Blake Harrell one, just the very beginning of it, and how he began his press conference yesterday.
First of all, I guess I can start out just, thank you to the fans that attended the game last week, came up there to Boone, and it's awesome to see just a purple sea up there. And I think that's the support you have and just.
Yeah, so, and we'll play all of that in a moment, but I think you might see a more coaches bridging the gap to fans and thanking them more so than antagonizing them. Not that I think Houston's really done that too bad, but when you're 0-3, any kind of remark to the fans will get blown out of proportion and things like that. So right now, Marcus, they need everybody on board they can get, because it is a struggle right now.
Yeah, you definitely have to nurture that relationship between the fans and the coaches and the players, for that matter.
Yeah.
Because, the fans are a huge part of, the product that's on the field and all of that, and the facilities that we have.
Sure.
Everything,
and
right?
NIL, the players you can even get in. Absolutely.
So it's huge, man. And so to be able to have that relationship to where you're not you're antagonizing, right, as you said, or snapping back at them, or whatever you want to call it. You definitely have to be more cordial in those situations, to where the fans are there to support. They're going to vent no matter what.
Sure.
And as coaches, really, that's part of the job, is to take that. Really, it's your job to take it and then, kind of keep everything copacetic as far as the players, the coaches, and the fan base in regards to where we're trying to go with this program.
Yeah, and what Mike Houston says in his locker room to his players is not going to be the same thing he says to us, and probably won't be the same thing he says at a Pirate Club Armada event. Like you got to compartmentalize each one.
That's right.
And know your audience, know who you're talking to, and all that stuff. All right, let's hear what Mike Houston had to say on Wednesday. I think it's about 2 minutes, his Q&A. Pretty short, coming off a Tuesday press conference, but here's what he had to say on Wednesday.
Really good Tuesday, Wednesday practice. Really liked the way the kids went out and worked, had really good energy, very determined. Had probably our best Tuesday and Wednesday we've had all year. So really excited about the way they've approached preparation this week. Questions?
Coach, it looks like it could be a wet one on Saturday, just the emphasis of ball security if it turns out to be like that.
Yeah, I mean, the good thing is we have practiced in the rain a little bit here in the past week. So that is the positive of having conditions and just practicing, because kids know we're going to practice in whatever. So they should be able to handle it.
How do you feel like the scout team has done, just trying to simulate what Gardner Webb does at this point?
They've done a good job, and we've done some different things also to help prepare. And our team can go fast, and so we've done some tempo stuff versus the offense also. So it's going to be a challenge Saturday, and it's because there's no way to really replicate the speed that they're going to come out running, especially the first series or so. And our kids will settle in after that.
Playing a similar opponent, both played App State. How does that kind of play into preparation?
Well, I think it helps our kids with, not that they would ever, not be dialed in for a game, but I mean they understand how good App State is, and Gardner Webb. I mean, I'm telling you, they went toe to toe with them, played them very, very well. The game, the difference in that game was the turnovers in the fourth quarter, and because Gardner Webb had the lead 24-21 with just a few minutes to go in the third. So that helps them understand just what a quality opponent we're up against.
You faced 4 running backs already that might play the next level, and now Gaither coming up this week. How does he compare to the backs you've seen so far?
He's really good. I like him and Seven both. I mean, Seven had, I think, a 50-yard screen pass against App and a long run against App. So that he's got that kind of speed too. So their 1-2 punch there at the running back position is going to be a huge challenge for us on Saturday.
And they can hit big plays, and this defense has showed, unfortunately, they can give up the big play. So, Marcus, it is not a gimme against anybody right now, the way this ECU football team is playing, and that includes Gardner Webb coming to town on Saturday.
Yeah, absolutely. And Gardner Webb, they're going to come in with that mentality of, they're that program that's started from the bottom and trying to move up different levels. And so they see us as the team to help them get over the hump in regards to moving farther up the ladder in the polls and the recognition nationally and all those things, right? And so it's a process for them, and so they're going to come in here with their threats, right? And he mentioned like they have a dual, they have a running back tandem that's pretty good, and one is a very dual threat, and coming out of the backfield and catching the ball. And I don't want to mispronounce his name, but Gaither.
Gaither's the one that Emory Hunt joined us before the season, and he covers a lot of FCS. I said, hey, tell me about Gardner Webb, and the first thing he said was they got a running back that could play for a whole lot of teams in this country, and he's talking about Gaither.
That's him, man, and very dynamic. And so again, we're going to have to contain the running back position again, like 3 or 4 weeks in a row, and it's been a challenge for us. I thought up until last week we had done a solid job on the defensive side of doing it. But I think we gave up too many, even early in the game in regards to opposed to the first 2 games.
Marcus Crandall here in the Pirate Radio studio. Skip says, Marcus, how would you fix these issues? Well, Skip, we only got an hour with Marcus, and we have to take commercial breaks. So I don't know if we got time. But as we move along and play some of these cuts, we will. Yeah, Jamie says that's an 8-hour show, Skipper. We'll pick the brain of Marcus Crandall on a few things. Let's go to Donnie. I want to let Marcus hear this. So I asked Donnie Kirkpatrick about Flynn's interceptions, and he talked about 2 of them. But let's hear his response. This is cut 2, Shirley, from Donnie.
You know, the first one is a inexperienced deal. What happened was, so the receiver runs the wrong route, but he breaks and he's wide open, because it seems like if you run the wrong route, you'll be open at the beginning. It's kind of weird how that happens. And so he runs inside almost like a post, and he should have been running a takeoff, so he should have been over on the sideline. And the corner did sit down, so he was going to be wide open over there, and Alex saw him, and then, you throw it, and you're like, oh, there's a free safety standing out there in the middle of the field. You can't throw that ball there because you think he's open. So I think he learned, okay, you can't just see the first part of the play and just chunk the ball out there like that. You got to execute the play. If the guy runs the wrong route, you probably shouldn't throw it to him. The other interception, it really hurt us. It was a big play in the game, I think, was the interception that gave them the ball on the 19-yard line. That's the one that hurts. That's the one that stings a little bit, or a lot. And it wasn't all out blitz, and we missed the protection. Okay, so the guy didn't pick up the blitz, but that's part of life. You got to be able to throw with the blitz. He had time to throw it, and he should have thrown the hot route over the middle, and he tried to throw the ball to Jari, which he's got a good connection with Jari, and they got a good chemistry, and really the leverage wasn't there. The guy was covered the entire time, and if you're going to do that, you better just throw it away. Then once you've made that commitment to it, so just don't just guess. Just read the defense. That was really what happened on that one right there, and that was a big one right there.
All right, so talking about the picks there, Marcus, and Kevin Monroe, talked to him last hour, said, I think something similar to you on Saturday, where he didn't hate that the ball was thrown. He hated where it was placed. And you've got to, so, I mean, you can speak more to that. You did during the game and after the game, but how about the picks and what can Flynn learn from those?
Yeah, I mean, it's, and we talked about the receivers part in that as well during that game.
Yeah.
But first and foremost, you have to get that receiver to go outside. And different coaches have different thoughts about that process in regards to, slip inside like we talked about and then get back outside. And Jason didn't like it. I didn't like it as a player or a coach. So I forced the guys. I said, you have to go outside. It's mandatory, because now if you go inside, you're being selfish. That's what that is. You're being selfish and you're trying to get the football, right? And because you're taking the easiest way out, so to speak, and then because you don't want to get jammed to the sidelines thinking you're not going to get the ball, but you still could. So first, that's first and foremost. You have to force an outside release or get an outside release, and then that gives the quarterback more room to put the ball towards the sidelines, is what Kirkpatrick was alluding to. And so you give him that much more space. The defender still had a chance to come over the top because, like we talked about in the game, he almost overran it. If you look at it closely, he almost overran it, made a great play, but it still would have been, in my opinion, I think it would have been an incomplete pass or a reception on the sidelines if you have given the quarterback that space.
Yeah, so kind of maybe still low percentage, but still a chance to
absolutely.
complete it.
If he was going to take that throw,
yeah.
Right? If he was going to take that throw. Some quarterbacks, if you don't feel like the receiver's getting off on that and getting vertical, then you come off of that into your next read, and so that's what it does as well. It kind of eliminates a bad throw by process of elimination of not getting off the ball.
Marcus, the thing we probably hear the most when it comes to comments and calls is about running the ball on 1st and 10 and running it right up the middle and not having much success with it. I tried to research it from Saturday. I counted 23 1st and 10 plays for East Carolina. 9 of those were runs basically that from my naked eye were right up the middle. And were either 1, 2, or 3 yard gains, and 6 of the 9 were 1 yard gains, I want to say, and you, nothing beyond that. So I wanted to ask Donnie, what can you do to keep yourself out of the 2nd and longs? And you'll hear my whole question and his response, and then we can chat about it. But here is cut 6, Shirley.
We get calls and comments about why does ECU run up the middle on 1st down every play, and I looked it up. I think it was like 9 out of 23 1st and 10 you ran, but none of them went for over 3 yards. So
that's the key.
Yeah, is it about how do you put yourself in a better situation on 2nd down?
That's amazing what y'all do, take calls like that. We don't really just run it up the middle. Sometimes it cuts up the middle, you know what I'm saying, like that. Sometimes it's an RPO where it depends on what the defense does, you know. And so if it was 9 out of 23 runs, I'm not the best math student, but I know that's less than 50%. We like to stay balanced. We really do. And I think we're probably really, really close to being balanced like that. There was a time last week when I said, you know, because we're charting it, we're checking it. And I said, yeah, we probably need to just start throwing it a little bit more on first down because we're not because we want to, but because we're not making enough yards. And that's the big thing. This week, the biggest change that I've made in the practice plan is we've probably practiced third down less. I'm really big on practicing third down. We probably practice third down more than anybody in the country because I just think you got to be ready for all the blitz and stuff. The game's got so crazy on defense right now. They do so much stuff that you got to be prepared for it. But I said, you know, we're not making enough yards on first down. We need to start practicing first down more. And so we've done that this week, trying to get just better at staying out of the third line. It's like, let's skip third down a little bit more and make first downs on, you know, 1 or 2 downs like that. So, yeah, so I don't know.
All right, so they did note that, hey, we got to start doing something. Maybe we throw a little more on first down because just way too many 2nd and 9s, Marcus. And even in some of those, even the passes they completed, I think the most yardage they got on 1st and 10 out of a pass is 7, and there was a lot that went less than that, and there were 3 penalties in that. So you take the penalties, you're for 1st and 15, which leads to 2nd and 11, and you just get behind. It feels like they are behind so much in this offense.
It's tough sledding once you get behind because now you hand the momentum over to the defense and more particularly the defensive line, because now those guys are going to pin their ears back and they're going to play the running back as they're on their way to the quarterback, and so they're going to do a pass rush. And if we run the football, those guys are going to be hopefully athletic enough on their coaches from their coaches' standpoint to make the play as they're going to the quarterback. And but yeah, first down efficiency is definitely key, man. It's key because again, you don't want to get behind the 8 ball and put yourselves in those predicaments to where now you have to overcome, especially when you're not haven't put up a lot of points. You haven't sustained drives over the previous 3 games that we're going into now, or the previous 2 last week. And so now you got teams that are coming in and they're saying, hey, let's stop this team. Let's get negative yards, no yardage on the first down, and then we're good, right? That's going to set the tone for us defensively.
Man, I bet coaches and you at quarterback, Marcus, loved 2nd and 2, 2nd and 3, 2nd and 4. Just so many things you can do there, right? Take a shot, just get the first down. The whole thing's open, right?
The whole playbook is like, oh, what do I run? It's like overwhelming to a point. Yeah,
we got to get in those spots. We got to get in some of those situations.
That's the best place to be. I'd rather be overwhelmed from which play to call than limited. Oh man, we have to run this. Right. You know what I mean?
Marcus Crandall joining us. Let's take a break. We'll come back. We'll hear more from Donnie Kirkpatrick, Blake Harrell, get more of Marcus's thoughts on this 0-3 Pirate football team. We got a giveaway for you. By the way, I'm a fantasy guy just like y'all out there. And if you have Brandon Ayuk, you might want to get him out of your lineup. Adam Schefter says he is not expected to play against the Giants tonight. So just doing a little service for you fantasy owners out there. Ayuk's had a great start to the season, but may not be able to give it a go tonight. So slide him out if you have him in your lineup. Or if you're like Chandler and playing against him, hopefully that guy's not listening to me right now and keeps him in the lineup. And maybe Chandler can get another win. We'll take a break, come back. More to go. Pirate Radio Live. Back with you after this.
Never gonna run around and desert you. Never gonna make you cry. Never gonna say goodbye. Never gonna tell a lie and hurt you. We've known each other.
Are you ready to fall into beauty? Mark your calendar for October 2nd through the 6th to take advantage of the savings on all of Beauty Bar Medi Spa's services and products. Don't wait for the sale. Save time and money by scheduling your free consultation now. You can trust the licensed professionals at Beauty Bar Medi Spa for amazing and natural looking results. Schedule your free consultation today and mark your calendar to fall into beauty October 2nd through the 6th. BeautyBarMedispa.com, Greenville.
At Jersey Mike's, watching them freshly slice the meat and cheese for my sub is a sight to behold. The layers of ham, salami, and pepperoni are even more glorious than the pink and orange layers of a sunrise. Yeah, the sun's pretty and all that, but in about 7 billion years it's going to explode, obliterating the Earth and every living thing on it. And if there's no sun, there's no subs. Meanwhile, the only thing a sub ever obliterated was my hunger. Freshly sliced right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
Hey, Pirate Nation! Lindsay Gray here with Carolina Caliber. Dove, ducks, and deer, it's that time of year, and we've got the guns and all the gear. When you're not getting rowdy at Dowdy, enjoy browsing our online store and take your pick from the largest selection of firearms and accessories in Eastern NC. Be sure to check out our weekly hot deals, and when you're ready, head to Carolina Caliber. Our friendly and knowledgeable staff are ready to lead you to the perfect treasure. Carolina Caliber on Fire Tower Road in Winterville. It's a time-honored tradition.
UBE and PirateWear.com are proud to offer the Pirate Nation its largest inventory of ECU merchandise and tailgate supplies ever. UBE has the best prices in town, so that makes UBE your one-stop shop for all things ECU. UBE does daily restocks of Champion, Adidas, and Under Armour. Don't forget to bring your young pirates to plunder the Crow's Nest, which is the only kids store dedicated to ECU. Plenty of free parking in Uptown Greenville. Visit them online at PirateWear.com. Go Pirates!
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Taylor from Fleet Feet, making sure you have the best and most comfortable shoes this tailgate season. Locally owned and operated by ECU alums Chris and Kendra Lunyon, Fleet Feet of Greenville provides solutions through one-on-one services to runners, walkers, and everyone in between. Fleet Feet has the tools and technology to get you in the right shoes, including a 3D foot scanner that measures arch height, width, and more. Come see us at 207 East Arlington Boulevard in the old Gordon's Golf and Ski location. Fleet Feet, we run for you.
Save a load on a new John Deere compact utility tractor and loader from Quality Equipment. It's never been easier to get the best brand on the market at an unbeatable cash price or with great financing at our lowest ever monthly payment. Now is the time to get that tractor package you've been dreaming of to get your next job done right. Stop by one of our 36 locations in North Carolina, South Carolina, and Virginia, or visit us online at qualityequip.com.
We started off with Samuel Adams Boston Lager.
That really changed the perception of what an American beer could be. I don't think that guidepost has ever changed. To create a beer for everyone.
Craft for everybody.
We make it easy, right? You pick up any of our beers and they're going to be great. They're going to be delicious.
Beer's original mission was to open the door for people and have everyone have a good time. That's what we're doing today at Sam Adams. We're craft for everybody, and we're really proud of that mission of delivering beers that can bring as many people together as we possibly can.
North Carolina State Parks invites you to enjoy camping your way. With the weather changing, booking your own cabin is the perfect solution for your camping getaway. Reserve campsites or cabins today at Jones Lake, Goose Creek, and Cliffs of the Neuse. Whether you enjoy traditional camping or air-conditioned cabins that can be rented with Wi-Fi, your next adventure can include hiking, beautiful scenery, and sunsets by the campfire. For information on booking a cabin, visit ncparks.gov.
I intend to see to it that any man who sails under a pirate flag or wears a pirate brand gets what he deserves.
Pirate Radio.
I think it'd be rather exciting to meet a pirate.
The voice of the Pirate Nation. You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Well, keep it local and print it local with University Sportswear. Contact them today at UniversitySportswearENC.com, the official sportswear provider of Pirate Radio. And the Buccaneer Music Hall has all the fun for your Sunday Fun Day covered. Every Sunday, kick off the day at the Buck. The Buck has the largest 4K screen in Greenville along with 18 TVs, so you don't miss a single game. They'll have mimosa specials, a Bloody Mary menu, and pizza all day from Pizza Hut. And don't forget the weekly jersey giveaway starting at 5 p.m. Oh, yes, and I forgot. Top-notch security with Joey. Score every Sunday at Da Buck. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's Clip.
That jersey giveaway is cool. What Hall of Famer told Packers coach Mike Sherman after a game years ago to put a jersey on? Put a jersey on.
What Hall of Famer?
What Hall of Fame defensive tackle got into it after a game with Packers coach Mike Sherman? He was a Buccaneer.
Oh, he was a Warren Sapp.
Warren Sapp is correct. Put a jersey on.
I was thinking Lawrence Taylor, but then I was like, but as soon as you said Buccaneer, I was like, nope. That's Warren Sapp.
Not that I wouldn't be afraid of Warren Sapp, but if Lawrence Taylor told me anything, I'd be afraid.
Well, he's going to be.
I'd run the other way.
He's
Not that he
be,
couldn't catch me, but
he's joining the Colorado coaching staff next year.
Oh,
next
really?
season.
So
yes, he has committed.
Warren Sapp.
Oh, you know Lawrence Taylor.
No.
So Warren Sapp was on a nice trajectory to be maybe NFL's Charles Barkley, and then I think he got in trouble with something.
He got in some trouble.
I've seen him at Washington practices and other practices, like staying around the game. So maybe it's about time for a Warren Sapp return, because he's really funny and he's got a good personality.
Man. Yes, he is.
And was kind of on. I felt like he was NFL Network and ESPN. One of them would kind of put him in the Barkley role, but had some issues and now trying to get in the game another way. So
and then LT has been reincarnated.
Oh yeah, is he? What's he doing?
Micah Parsons.
Oh, I know.
Wow, big praise.
Oh man. Oof.
Yeah, he's unstoppable at the moment. Ooh. Did you see the bad news for the Cowboys today, Mark?
No, I didn't.
Trayvon Diggs torn ACL at practice.
My goodness.
Suffered it at practice. So that's a major hit.
Wow.
Major hit for them.
That is.
Big news day today in the NFL, just to catch people up.
Man.
Panthers not expecting Bryce Young to play. Andy Dalton time.
The Red Rifle.
In Charlotte when they take on. I told Chandler, and I don't know how the years work exactly when these guys came out, but what if I told you in 2013, hey, 10 years from now, you'll be watching Geno Smith versus Andy Dalton. You'd be like, what? What are you talking about? That's right. And by the way, Geno's slinging it.
He is.
We'll see what Dalton can do.
Well, he slung it last week for sure.
So, yeah, that's going to be your matchup on Sunday.
If Dalton goes crazy, does Bryce get benched?
He should, because he hasn't moved the ball at all. Like, I mean,
he didn't even know where the center was.
That is true.
Yeah, Miles Sanders had to give him a little shove to
Did that ever happen to you, Marcus? I've seen it on a blooper tape before. Did you ever line up on the guard?
I'm not sure if I ever did that. I'm not sure if I ever did that. And yeah, I've seen it done before. Besides Bryce,
and I'm not saying that bust or anything. I'm just saying for now, this could be better for Thielen and Chark and those guys to have a veteran throwing them the football.
I like the NFL back when you'd get a big prospect that early and you make him sit and he waits for his opportunity, but. Now it's just everything's forcing. That's what happens.
So I mean, this could end up being a positive if you want to look at it that way.
Yeah, absolutely.
Deal made on Wednesday. Cam Akers, running back, sent to the Vikings. Marcus, the Vikings averaging, I read it earlier, I think it was 34.5 yards rushing per game.
Wow.
Putting a lot on Kirk Cousins.
Oh, yes.
They are trying to improve their run game. Shirley, do you have something?
I was going to mention, I was just looking at X, whatever this thing is called now, and the
Twitter.
Jacksonville Jaguars put out their injury report. Zay Jones has been kind of nursing a knee injury that he suffered against that loss with Kansas City, and he has not practiced all week. So I would venture to say that his playing status would be questionable for Sunday.
All right,
Christian Kirk.
I have Jacksonville as my survivor pick, so I need them to beat the Texans coming up. Let's see, one more thing. Jamie had mentioned it. Former Pirate / Washington State Cougar, Gardner Minshew is going to be getting the ball for the Colts, which, just like Andy Dalton, now Richardson was putting up some numbers and yards and points, but I don't think this is necessarily a bad thing. Minshew had awesome numbers when he came in last week. So
did a good job.
Here's the thing about Minshew is that I think he's more fit for today's game than, say, Andy Dalton, because, man, defensive linemen are coming after that quarterback today. And I think you really have to understand where you guys are going to be and your hot routes and all those things when you're not as mobile, and you're going to have to get rid of the football. But one of the things that we're seeing is that week after week, man, is that, a lot of the times you put the pressure. You watched the game the other night with the Steelers and in Cleveland, and man, those guys were getting up to Deshaun before the receivers were even out of their breaks, if you look at it, right? And so if they're getting that kind of pressure on there, man, on the quarterback, it makes it tough for that position. And if you can't move, so to speak, it makes it even tougher. And so if you're able to avoid the rush or evade the rush and get out of the pocket and make some plays like Minshew does, it definitely makes it better for you.
And I'll dive into this more on Friday because we'll have Tony Dunn here and Joey and Chandler, and I want to talk about the Panthers. But I was watching the first half with you guys the other night, and Bryce Young's got to take off sometimes.
Yeah.
Don't get hit or anything, but get 3 yards or something.
Exactly.
He is so
it makes
reluctant.
No sense because he's decent, very decent on his feet.
He had that long run in the second half where he was almost like, all right, should I go down now? Should I go down now? And nobody was around him.
I genuinely think he's got a fear of being hit.
Maybe
hit
so.
Hard.
Yeah. We'll get into more of that, but that needs to be a part of his game, I think, because you're right, Marcus. Like, Sam Howell is not a scrambler, but he can move. He
can move
when he needs to. You've got a ton of quarterbacks in the league. Like Aaron Rodgers, as good as he was throwing the football, could always give you an 8-yard run on 3rd and 6 if you need it. So, all right, let's dive back into ECU football, which, by the way, Alex Flynn has showed if he needs to, he can get out there and move a little bit.
Absolutely. And what I like about his running capability is that he's been making decisive decisions in regards to that. Like, he gets back there and then he sees it open and he just takes off. And it's north and south for the most part. Even when he gets out of the pocket, he does go downhill a little bit.
Had a long run at a key time, if I remember. They got called back due to holding. In that game on Saturday.
Kind of looked like Holton when he was running that. He doesn't mind taking a little hit. And he doesn't mind doing a little... He doesn't want to slide. He wants to get as far as he can.
That's the part we got to worry about right there
absolutely.
now. For sure, because you have to determine. All right, and I think we saw it in the second game maybe, to where he was running and he looked towards the sidelines, and I think he was looking at the sticks to see where the sticks.
Oh yeah, because he slid.
I think it was the last game.
Yeah.
Yes, and then he slid right just as he crossed the sticks, and so once you get that awareness of where the sticks are. Man, get down after you get that first down, or if it's second down and 10 or whatever, you get 9. Man, just get down and give us a chance to get it on 3rd and 1.
I really think you should bring Cliff Godwin to practice one day and do some sliding drills. So, Marcus, how much seriously did you work on that during your playing career, college and pro sliding? Did you ever do anything with it?
You don't work on it. You don't work on it. No. I mean, it's and then back in our days, we had the turfs that were.
Oh God! Just tear a leg up trying to slide.
Man, absolutely.
I remember seeing a clip of the Bengals when they first got Burrow about him practicing how to slide because when he first came in, he could never slide, and it's awkward. It looks awkward to practice sliding.
I remember Holton would come in and show us his road rash from sliding on turf, and he would look so awkward sliding, but he was scared to slide normally because it would rip his knee apart. So he did a double butt cheek slide. He would just kind of plop down on the ground.
2 little butt cheeks.
And he knew it looked awkward, but that's how he went about it.
Job done.
Michael Winstead, talking about Brandon Ayuk, said maybe Ayuk out opens room for Isaiah to move up from the practice squad. Fire me up, Michael Winstead.
I like this kind of body.
If I see Isaiah on my TV tonight, I'm going. Oh man, that'd be awesome.
He's a part of the 53 still, correct? Or is he on practice?
No, he was on
practice squad.
Oh, we need to get that elevation tonight.
Yes, but man, hey, good for him being on that practice squad, getting that check, and working to his dream. That's awesome, man. It's really pulling for him. All right, let's take a break. That segment we didn't get to. Well, we got something accomplished. Shirley, we need to make somebody a winner, though, here on a Thursday edition of...
She said, give it away.
Still going with this one? Have you heard this one?
Give it away.
Give it away.
Well, just give it away. There ain't nothing in this studio worth fighting over. Well, the phone lines are already buzzing anyway. So
just giving away. What are we giving away today?
I'm giving away.
What are you giving away?
Chico. Sure, taco lunch.
Chico's.
Yeah, courtesy of Chico's.
What caller?
I'm going to go with, let's go with caller 4.
All right, George Crooked, my favorite music artist. Caller 4 is the winner. We're back with more Marcus Crandall after this.
There's nothing more important than protecting your family. Fire ants can cause painful allergic reactions and even death. Protect your loved ones at home where you should feel the safest. Visit pesttechofgreenville.com to learn of our once-a-year treatment to guarantee you stay fire ant free. Tested and proven effective by your Eastern North Carolina exterminating professionals at Pest Tech of Greenville. Mention the crying baby for an extra 10% off.
And there was 2 seagulls!
We're here for the booty.
Party?
Pirate Water is here. Go to drinkpiratewater.com to find pirate water in a location near you.
We're going plankton!
Pirate Water is here. 21 and older, please drink responsibly.
It's hard to forget how hot it gets around here in the summer. Remember, the hotter it is outside, the harder your AC has to work to keep it cool inside. And the more energy it uses to keep you cool, the higher your utility bill will be. Your neighbors at GUC have tips to help you reduce your energy use, such as using fans to cool you down inside and cooking outside when you can in the summer. For more tips, go to GUC.com and look for ways to save.
Washington's favorite place to eat and where all the locals go is down on Main Street. Down on Main Street's famous weekday lunch specials are only $7.99. Stop by for the house salad with grilled chicken, the half club sandwich with chips, or everyone's favorite, the fried shrimp plate. After work, Down on Main Street is the perfect spot for dinner and a drink on the patio. Join Down on Main Street every Wednesday for half-price wings from 4 to close. Down on Main Street in historic downtown Washington. Go Pirates!
Save the date for Aces for Autism's 10th annual Samuel C. Robinson fundraiser featuring guest speaker Tim Tebow. Please join us on Monday, October 23rd for an inspiring and celebratory event of what God has done through Aces for Autism over the last 10 years. Together we aim to raise crucial funds in support of autism awareness in Eastern North Carolina. Sponsorship opportunities are still available on first-come, first-served basis. Don't miss the chance to become a sponsor today. For additional details or to secure your sponsorship, please visit our website at acesforautismnc.com. We hope to see you there.
This is John Gavigan with the Gavigan Agency. Our top priority is doing what is best for our members. Whether you are buying a new vehicle, a new home, protecting your family with life insurance, or filing a claim, our agency will be there every step of the way. Our goal is to become a trusted advisor for you and your family for all of your personal and commercial insurance needs. Give us a call in Greenville at 756-1400 for a car, home, business, or life insurance quote today, and give us the opportunity to show you the benefits of doing business with someone who cares.
This is Gina from Naughty Life in downtown Washington, inviting you to come shop our Restock store. We are back from market with a great selection of everything Yeti and much more. For back to school, we have Scout lunch bags and book bags in all new patterns. We also have a great selection of t-shirts, including Old Row, Southern Fried Cotton, and Local Boy. Remember, we always provide free gift wrapping with your purchase. Shopping is always fun at Naughty Life in beautiful downtown Washington on Main Street.
The Rick House is Eastern North Carolina's premier American-styled restaurant and bar, and there's always something special happening at the Rick House. Join us for lunch. It's our 2 for $20 lunch special during the week, and it's the perfect spot for that lunch business meeting. The Rick House celebrates the last Thursday of every month with a special wine tasting, and our buffet brunch is to die for. Follow the Rick House on Facebook for the latest schedule. The Rick House, American Provisions and Spirits, 710 Red Banks Road beside the bowling alley in Greenville. The Rick House.
Pirate Radio.
You know, East Carolina deserves to go to Omaha. People should be worried about us. We're going to be really good, and I'm not afraid to say it on record.
The voice of the Pirate Nation. You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. 5th Street Hardware Restaurant and Tap Room is your favorite place in downtown Greenville for lunch, dinner, or drinks with friends. 5th Street serves lunch and dinner Tuesday through Sunday, plus brunch starting at 10:30 on Saturdays and Sundays. Follow 5th Street on Instagram for the latest events and specials. 5th Street Hardware Restaurant and Tap Room, right beside the State Theater in downtown Greenville. Now let's head back into PRL. Oh, by the way, congratulations to Jackie Hutcherson of Winterville, our big winner for the Chico's Shrimp Taco Lunch. Now back to you, Clip.
All right, back with you, Pirate Radio Live here on a Thursday. Marcus Crandall here in the Pirate Radio studios.
That is an impressive stack of papers, by the way.
And it's nice and neat.
I was going to ask, is that like the yearly trend? You get a stack of papers?
Oh, no. This is how football season goes for him. Yeah. The thicker it is.
This year I'm not throwing any away, though. I'm going to keep them going all season long.
You should keep that as a tradition. Never throw any paper away until the new year.
Until the new year?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll try my best. As long as I can fit them in that cabinet in there, and
you got plenty of space.
I got everything I need here. It might take me a while to find it, but it's all here.
It's not necessarily in numerical order.
No, it is in no particular order at all at the moment. But the top page is the new cut sheet from yesterday. One more Donnie K. We'll get a little bit of Blake Harrell. I believe the question was framed. You know, you hear about these great practices and stuff, and guys can learn things in practice, but you do your real learning, game situations, full speed, that stuff. So he was asked about players learning from their mistakes that happen on game day and during the game. Cut 4.
You do. I mean, and the guys are trying hard. I mean, it's not an effort deal in any way. They've been great. The locker room is still really strong, I think, in there. And, you know, I just think that you hope you don't repeat mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes. I mean, everybody in life makes mistakes. The key is don't do it again. I mean, everybody, you know, I had 2 kids. One of them was definitely that kid, put their hand on the stove. Okay, that's hot. Now I don't do that. Until then, they got to find that out. So you hope, now don't do that again. And so if you don't make that mistake again, you'll probably be okay. You know what I'm saying? And it's not always the same guy. That's the issue right now. Like I say, if it was just 1 or 2 guys, you just say, okay, you're out. These guys are in. It's not that. It's a typewriter type deal. It's this guy, then it's this guy, then it's this guy. And so we just keep putting them in those situations in practice. We've done more competitive things against our defense this week, even though the scheme defensively is not the same. But because you're tensed up, you're a little more nervous when you're going against the other starter. It's a little more competitive than it is when you're going against the scout team player. Because you're right, you don't have to jump the count to block the scout team guy. He didn't really even know that defense. He's reading it off a card. But when you go against the starters, you know, well, if you're late, you're beat. So now you've got to learn to sit in there. So I think all those things, you know, Coach Houston's obviously a Hall of Famer coach. And when he retires, he'll be in the Hall of Fame. There's no question about that. And he's done a lot of great stuff. You look at his record, he's better than he's ever been. The handling and what he's doing, I'm sitting there saying you could write a book on how he's handling this. And truly, I mean, I haven't said this to him, but I'd like to, I guess. So it's easy when it's all going good. You know, sometimes it's just, okay, you stay out of their way, let them go. Right now, it's not that situation, so you really find out what you're made of. And he's really showing that he's truly one of the top ones out there.
All right, Donnie Kirkpatrick there. And Marcus, I guess, as a player and you know, turning into a coach, you try to do these game situations and high stress and all that stuff, but you really don't know until you put them out there. So how much more did you learn, you think, in your career from the game itself than you did practice? Like, what's the ratio there?
I mean, because you see it against another defense, right, or an offense or special teams, right. For me personally, it was you see the other defense and you're learning it from in-game situations.
Yeah.
And then it's you're seeing it firsthand against just a different opponent, right? As opposed to you're making those mistakes versus the scout team. You don't see how they're going to play it, and what they're going to see as far as what they practice for that week to prepare for us. And so then when you get in game, you have to be able to soak that information up of what's happening out there on that field, and you have to be able to communicate that. And if it doesn't happen, it is going to happen again, right, and over again and again and again and again. And it's going to, like you said, it's the typewriter is this person, that person, that person. Yeah. Because of you got to be able to communicate and everybody get on one accord. And so for me, I mean it's assume accountability for the offense and defense and special teams, man. Everybody as a group, you have to assume that accountability and hey, make that catch, make that block, make that throw, all right? And once we start doing that, holding these guys accountable for not making the plays, right? I think we're going to see a better production out there on the field.
Jamie says there at the end, little job security, flatter the boss with some of Donnie's comments about Mike Houston. Hey, I mean, look, if I have a bad show or two or something, I might say, hey, Ellerby, that was a great meeting you led this week. Good job, man. That was awesome. So you got to flatter the boss every now and then, right? So I don't know. But, yeah, again, I've said this all week, Marcus. These coaches right now are probably in a lose-lose situation when they do these press conferences because everybody's mad at 0-3 and they're going to take everything said and find a way to criticize it, and that's just part of the deal now. And I understand it. Trust me, I do. Like, all you want to see is a win and good football. You don't care what these guys say midweek. So I totally understand it.
Delicate situation, man.
Yeah.
As a coach.
All right, we played a little bit of Blake Harrell thanking the fans in Boone. Let's hear him talk about. Well, I asked him about the reasons for the second half struggles. We've seen it in back-to-back games now. This defense giving up some backbreakers in the second half, in the fourth quarter. Here's what he had to say, cut 4.
First of all, pull the thumb. Second half, last 2 weeks haven't been kind to us, and so I pull the thumb. I think the last series of last week wasn't, one of my favorites. They got the ball out in 2-minute drive, and we could have went in the half 21-10, and let it pass and run out there, and they're in the end zone. We go in the half 21-16, 21-10, and I think the second half would come out, and we're getting ready to go third and long, and we have a hands to the face penalty. I think that was our only defensive one of the nights. We cleaned that part up at least, but you could have went in 21-10, came out second half 3 and out, and you have all the momentum. So we just got to go back, get to work, and I think that's been a huge focus for us in practice this week. We're doing some more competition stuff with the offense, first the offense at the end of practice, to really focusing on finishing and just being a conscientious effort of it. Our guys are talking about it, and I think, defensively, the other thing I see is we look a little bit tired in the third and fourth quarter late in the game. We got to make sure we're doing a better job of rotating guys early in the game to get to that third and fourth quarter so we're fresh and our best players on the field are fresh and ready to ride, and we can go, get good stops when we need it.
All right, Blake Harrell there. But first of all, pull the thumb. He's pulling the thumb in, pointing at himself. If you're pushing the thumb or pull the finger, those are different things. Yeah, pull the thumb. Put it on yourself. And then we heard Donnie and now Blake say a lot of, as Coach Ruff used to say, good on good. Do some good on good work at practice and try to simulate as much as you can that actual feel for a game. So working on it from both ends, it sounds like.
Yeah, and self-scout, self-evaluation is key, right? Understanding yourself, understanding what we're doing schematically as a defense, offense, special teams as a whole, and then going out there and telling those guys how we need to get better and where we need to get better. I think it's a key component to being better for the next game and as a coach. And so hopefully those guys take heed to the lessons that they've learned throughout this week and apply it to the field for sure.
Marcus Crandall joining us here inside the Pirate Radio studios. Let's go ahead and get our final timeout, and we'll come back and have 5 or so more minutes with Marcus Crandall before we wrap things up here on a Thursday edition of Pirate Radio Live. Back with you after this.
It's still not great, mind you.
Here at Brown & Wood with Jeff Stein. Jeff, I've noticed a lot of great GMC pickup trucks on the lot.
Yes, sir. We have 2500s and 1500s in stock and the all-new 3.0 Duramax diesel. We earn 30 extra trucks on allocation, so go online, brownandwood.com, or stop in, build your truck, we'll get it coming for you. Brown & Wood, voted number 1 by the customer in Greenville. 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 rooftops, and 1 goal to make sure you leave a happy customer.
The brunch is back. The famous brunch buffet at Fifth Street Hardware has a variety of breakfast and lunch items from 10:30 to 2, including an omelet station and prime rib, and a special Sunday cocktail menu, including mimosa flights. Don't forget, Fifth Street Hardware has lunch specials every day, along with over 40 beers on tap. Trivia Wednesday, live music every Thursday night, and a late night menu through the weekend. Visit FifthStreetHardware.com or give them a follow on Facebook and Instagram for a weekly lineup and more. Go Pirates!
Seared Shop House, Greenville's go-to restaurant for premium scratch-made entrees, paired with an impressive selection of wines and cocktails. Seared Shop House. Whether you're celebrating an anniversary, birthday, a special night out, or just want to have the best meal in town, come see why Seared is the place where great atmosphere and great food collide. Seared is now open for lunch Monday through Friday, and be sure to stop in for the best brunch in town Saturday and Sunday. They also offer pickup and delivery. Head to SearedShopHouse.com for online ordering.
Take control of your health today with Arc Point Labs. Looking to lose weight? Have you tried everything possible and nothing is working? Sometimes a hormone imbalance can be the underlying cause to weight issues that dieting and exercise can't fix alone. A simple blood test at Arc Point Labs can provide insight to your weight loss goals. Visit arcpointlabs.com today or call 629-6228 to get an appointment. Arc Point Labs. Accurate, reliable, confidential testing. Visit artpointlabs.com.
Be sure to check out David Price Construction for all of your commercial or custom residential renovation and building needs. Run by ECU alumni, David Price Construction specializes in commercial projects, maintenance on facilities, and large-scale residential renovations and additions. Proud to be voted the Remodeler of the Year by the Home Builders Association of Raleigh-Wake County in 2018 and Best Business Commercial Remodel Project winner for 2020. David Price Construction, the proud ECU Home Services partner.
Saturdays are your day to kick back, relax, and have fun. That's why Ottavola Market Cafe is the perfect place to go for dinner, drinks, and takeout. Ottavola is open every Saturday at 4 p.m. on the bar side, serving a special selection of menu favorites of appetizers, pastas, and specialty pizzas. Whether it's dine-in, takeout, or drinks with friends, Ottavola is the best choice every Saturday starting at 4 o'clock. Visit OttavolaMarket.com to see what's new, and visit Ottavola on Red Banks Road every Saturday starting at 4. Ottavola, Pirates supporting Pirates.
The convenience of Pitt Greenville Airport is waiting just outside your front door. Service is back, so you're connected to destinations worldwide through flights from American Airlines. Plan your next trip. Book your flights today at flypgv.com or aa.com.
Good news, business travelers. PGV and American Airlines has added a new early morning flight available now. Book today at aa.com and be on time for that connection in Charlotte. Fast, convenient, and close to home, PGV has American flights perfect for your next trip. PGV, where the Pirates fly.
Pizza, subs, slice, ice.
Jenny, what are you doing?
Just letting the Pirate Nation know that Cucinella's is now open in downtown Greenville, across from Sub Dogs. Did you know Cucinella's is open every day with $6 lunch specials, slices all day, beer, wine, and their famous homemade gelato. Plus, if you're busy, use DoorDash for Cucinella's delivery, and Cucinella's is open late night, Friday and Saturday. Cucinella's on 5th Street in downtown Greenville. Go Pirates!
I sailed out of the port of Bristol with sailors wearing black armbands.
Pirate Radio.
And found ourselves proclaimed notorious pirates.
The voice of the Pirate Nation. You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. It was another rough day for the stock market. The Dow was down 370 points at 34,070. The NASDAQ was down 245 points at 13,223. The S&P was down 72 at 4,330. That's your Wells Fargo Advisors stock market report. For a personal look into investing, call Wells Fargo Advisors today at 756-6900 in Greenville. Wells Fargo Advisors, LLC, member SIPC. Now back to the show.
Just saw Cecil Fielder turning 60 today. One of my favorite stats in sports. I'm looking it up to get the right number, Marcus. Cecil Fielder and Prince Fielder ended their careers with exactly 319 home runs. Same exact amount of home runs.
Wow.
That is it's pretty neat.
That's
I don't know.
amazing.
Just a weird stat quirk.
It is.
The stat to consider.
Thank you, Shirley. Marcus, how you feeling about Saturday? I don't think we talked about the weather. Could be some more weather.
No, we haven't talked
coming
about
in.
it.
Yeah,
but yes, I mean I've heard it, and I think there's around 4 o'clock a 50% chance of rain. Hopefully it dissipates before then, and before the game, I should say, before kickoff, and we don't have to contend with that.
Jamie's asking if Chandler's comfortable. You comfortable back there, Chandler? You look like you're comfortable.
Oh, he's comfy.
He's comfy? Good. By the way, folks, not today, not tomorrow, or the next day, but this weekend, get your gifts and your salutations ready, because the Chan Man's having a birthday. And I want everybody out there to wish Chandler a happy birthday on Sunday. So I'm giving you 3 days notice to get ready to wish him the happiest of birthdays. And
he likes gifts too.
Yeah, he does. I hope to be with Chandler on Sunday during his birthday.
Yeah, you will.
And Marcus might be there too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Watching a little Commanders Bills, watching a little Geno versus Dalton. That's the only way I'm hyping that game up now. Andy Dalton versus Geno Smith. Can Andy Dalton, can he rise to the standard coming up on Sunday? Marcus, we will talk to you Saturday on the Bud Light pregame tailgate. Maybe see you around 2 o'clock. No, 4 o'clock.
4 o'clock.
4 o'clock? 4 o'clock. Talk to you then and after the game on the U.S. Cellular 5th quarter call-in show. Thanks for hanging out today, man.
Yes, indeed.
Enjoyed it. All right, Shirley, Joey, Chan Man, we'll see you Friday, 3 o'clock, all new edition of Pirate Radio Live. It'll be a football Friday, but we'll also welcome in East Carolina Pirate baseball player Parker Bird to the show. So we'll have that for you as well coming up Friday. We will talk to you then. Skip, Jamie, Michael Winstead, the chat crew. Y'all have a good one. We will talk to you Friday. Jeff Charles, take us home.
Have a great night, Eastern Carolina.
Thanks for listening to Pirate Radio Live, an exclusive presentation of the voice of the